Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. I'm your host, Adam, with Adam's Exploits. Going to do things a little bit differently today, guys. Going to let the chat fill in. Long story short, hey, Pittsburgh Picks, how are you, buddy? Long story short, from you guys that have been following my channel, you know I've had some medical issues, and not to dwell on that, but I had a surgery a little while ago. Hi, Donatella. So anyway, I had an appointment with my surgeon today. Hey, Carol. So anyway, last time I was there like for 3 hours waiting for him. He was late, and I figured, well, I'm going to schedule a guest and then hold them up and then be late, and I'll be all panicking and everything. So, and then there were some other shows scheduled this afternoon and tonight. So I'm trying to work around a little bit with it. Told you guys that have followed me from the beginning. God willing, and the Creek Don't Rise, I'm going to have a show every Wednesday. So I decided, since I wasn't sure what time I would get home in the afternoon, I was going to do it like 7 o'clock this evening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about eBay Open. I have a couple of mini videos that I had filmed last year from there. I want to show them to you guys, share those, talk a little bit about it. And anyone that's willing to join me, again, I'm still in the infancy stage of this StreamYard. Hey, Craig. So I'm trying to get some people in on the panel and test it again. I've had some issues. Hello, Angie. I've had some issues, especially from the mobile phone. I've had all kind of issues. And if you ever go on the mobile phone and use StreamYards, it'll say that it's kind of like in the experimental stages. So that was part of the issue. Had an issue. AT had an issue trying to schedule events from my phone. It wouldn't let me do it. So basically, like I said, I'm still playing around with this. So guys, probably what I'll do is I'll just post the link in the chat. Just want to discuss a couple things real quick. Then you're more than welcome, any of you that want to pop in the chat, you know, Craig, T, Carol, anyone. You guys are more than welcome to pop in and play around with this StreamYards. It's kind of cool. I don't know if they actually saw my video, but StreamYards did give me like a canned response. Donatella also, what do you say? You just got home, going to chill for a bit. Okay, cool. So I don't know if I was ranking pretty high in the search rankings on YouTube for StreamYard. So maybe they just saw that and it just sent a canned response. But my understanding is there's some little bugs that are going to be worked out, and it is what it is. I mean, they're going to be overwhelmed because this kind of catching people kind of off guard with the Hangouts going away. So people are jumping over, and StreamYards is basically free. Has some nice bells and whistles. Like I said, I have a couple issues. The one issue is the video quality, which I prefer Zoom, but Zoom is basically for what I would need it for. The better quality, you have to sign for meetings. That would be an additional fee of approximately $20 per month. So that's pricey. And it doesn't really sync up properly with YouTube. So that may be an option down the line, but not at this point. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to show you a couple quick videos, get the flavor of the eBay Open. There is an app. I'll show you that. It was kind of weird how they did it. Last year, they just basically gave you a password. You went on the your App Store or your Google Play, and you basically went on downloaded the app and then plugged in the password, and you were fine. This time, you had to use their link and then find out a different app that had nothing to do basically with eBay, and then you had to download that app. When am I leaving? I'm leaving Sunday morning, Carol. So then you had to download that app, and then you had to use your name and password and whatnot to get into it. So, and then you were able to download the agenda. So like I told you guys, if you've been following my channel, basically what I'm doing there is I'm guessing 60 to 70% I'll be networking. Because it's difficult to get around, and especially for me with some of my issues. So you're running from location to location, getting these different seminars, and so I'll probably do I think I have 4 or 5 things checked off over the 3-day period. So I could do 2 one day, one day, another one another day. So I can work that out. I'm gonna be doing a lot of networking. Hey Tracy, thanks for joining us. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot of networking, sitting down with some of the better, larger resellers, trying to retool my store. I think I told you guys that mostly clothing, because when I first got into it, everybody was selling women's clothing. It was, you know, readily available and inexpensive. The problem is I'm sitting on a lot of stuff, especially it's oversaturated, especially this time of the year, you know, the old summer slowdown. And with eBay, it's kind of like if you don't list, it's kind of like list or die, basically. If you don't list, you're not going to get the sales, and especially this time of year. And then when they changed over to the good till cancel listings, everything is good till cancel now. If you don't list, you're really going to get, you know, put down at the bottom of the list as far as in the search rankings. So what I'll do is I'm going to play a couple of these quick little snippet videos. One was kind of cool. The first time I ever used my iPhone, I used iMovie. So basically what it did, it took all of my little pictures that I took when I was in Las Vegas last year. It kind of made a little mini video. It's like 3 or 4 minutes. Then I'll show you another little mini video that I filmed, which I'm planning on doing most of my interviews from the exhibition. I can't even talk anymore. Exhibit center, exhibition, exhibit center. But so when people are there, I'm going to try to arrange some interviews. I know Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, said he would come on with me. I'm going to be on with Steve Rake and Profit, but I believe that's going to be recorded. I don't know where he's doing that. I don't know if he's doing it up in his room. I've had some other resellers reach out to me, and I'm reaching out to some of the other resellers. I'm going to try to set up in that exhibition center and do some videos from there. So I'll just play a couple of these videos. And again, guys, the offer is out. I know Donatella said she just got home. She's probably going to join us in a little bit. Anyone else that want to join me and kind of play around a little bit with this StreamYard, you're more than welcome to join me. The panel can hold up to 6 people, the free version. So again, you know, Craig or, you know, whoever wants to join me. I know, Angie, you're not really big on doing YouTube, but you're welcome to if you just want to pop in and say hello. And because eventually everyone's going to have to switch to something. So let me just play a couple of these videos, guys. I'm going to turn up my volume a little bit so you can hear a little better. And then I'll play these real quick for you guys. It's like maybe 10 minutes total of videos. So let me go into my screen share. Remember how to do that. Where is the screen share at? It's over to the right, I believe. Banners, comments. No. I guess I should have checked that before. Oh, share screen. Here we go. I'm going to try to get used to all the different layouts. So we're going to share screen. And we're going to do, let's see, we're going to do application Chrome tab. And we're going to do this. This is the one I told you guys. It's like a little compilation that iMovie made for me. So we'll play that. It's only a few minutes. Okay, so that was the one. That was the iMovie that was made, and this one is going to be basically what I'm going to be doing. Told you guys I'm going to try to interview a bunch of different resellers. So this was one I just took a break in between seminars, and I just went to the exhibition center and just hung out at one of the high tops. And then you'll see some of the Ryan and Allie routes actually walk by. So again, this is just this is 9 minutes, guys. So play this real quick for you guys. Everyone, I hope you can hear me. I'm at the convention center at the eBay Open. I'm taking a break in between the various seminars that they have here for us. There's a ton of people, and right now I'm taking a break. Ryan and Allie are here. They're big time resellers. Hey, Gina. So I'm just hanging out, relaxing. Hey, Chris. So I'm going to do a little bit of talking to you guys, and I'll spin it around to show you guys. Let's see if I get Ryan and Allie. They're over here. I'm going to spin this around. Let's see. So we're going to spin it around for you guys. There he is. There's Ryan and Allie. You're live. Live? Yeah. Awesome. That's the Smooth, SMOVE. Yeah. Hi, Carol. So that was Ryan and Allie Roots. They were here, and I'm going to spin it around a little bit for you guys. No, I'm in the area, Chris, where they have the food, and there's no food right now, so I'm just sitting in a what do they call it, a tall top or high top. So I'll show you guys a little bit. Hello, sellers. Next section is yeah, Justin. So you guys couldn't see it apparently. I apologize. Let me get out of that. Let me get back here. Stop presenting. Okay. So what are you guys seeing now? You're just seeing my my picture itself, not the video. I don't know why it wouldn't share screen. Let me try it again. Did you see the first one, Craig? Let's see. Let's try this again. I don't know why I didn't close it. Let's try it. I'm gonna share that. Try it again. Got my mug. All right. No. Let me go back and try it again. Sorry, guys. Hello, everyone. Hope you can hear me. I'm at the convention center at the eBay Open. I'm taking a break in between the various seminars that they have here for us. There's a ton of people. And right now I'm taking a break. Ryan and Allie are here. They're big time resellers. Hey, Gina. So I'm just hanging out, relaxing. Hey, Chris. So I'm going to do a little bit of talking to you guys, and I'll spin it around to show you guys. Let's see if I get Ryan and Allie. They're over here. I'm going to spin this around. Let's see. So I'm going to spin it around for you guys. There he is. There's Ryan and Allie. You're live. Live? Yeah. Awesome. That's the Smooth, SMOVE. Yeah. Hi, Carol. So that was Ryan and Allie Roots. They were here, and I'm going to spin it around a little bit for you guys. No, I'm in the area, Chris, where they have the food, and there's no food right now, so I'm just sitting in a what do they call it, a tall top or high top. So I'll show you guys a little bit. Hello, sellers. Next section is yeah, Justin, they came by and I shouted them out. I think they're going to take like promotional pictures of them, and then they cut by me and I kind of popped on my stream. So that'll help. They're good friends with Casey, and I'm finally got a chance to meet Casey. Yeah, I learned a lot of things, Carol. Hopefully I put them into practice. I had my professional picture taken. I'm still waiting for it. I haven't received it on my email yet. But I used the aqua color over here. So I'm going to use that for probably my Facebook and maybe my YouTube channel. But I'm going to switch it around and just talk to you guys for a couple of minutes. Right now they're doing a pop-up. It's like a pop-up seminar. You see here it says helpful tips popping up daily. So they probably have about 150 people in this area here. And this woman on the stage is Audrey. She used to do a lot with, hey Karen. She used to do a lot with, she does a lot for eBay, for business Facebook page. So she's doing the introduction. I don't know what this pop-up is for. I'm just relaxing because it got kind of crowded in the other rooms, and I'm running from seminar to seminar, and they don't give you much time to get back and forth. So I finally just say, I'm just going to relax and go to the exhibition center and talk to some of the vendors. So yeah, I'm a concierge. Did you see that? I posted it in the group. Hey Tracy. Yeah, I was waiting if they're going to offer that because that was worth the price of admission, the concierge. So whenever I get ramp up my business, concierge alone is priceless because last week I had a problem. I was talking to somebody, I don't know where, some probably Colombia, I'm guessing, and I could barely understand the guy. So I'm gonna flip this around. There I am. Yeah, so I was talking to somebody in Colombia and I had difficulty understanding, the person. Here's my little eBay open badge. So yeah, they have seminars at various, but this place is so huge. It's literally 3/4 of a mile long, I believe. I could be off a little bit, and it's 3 stories, and you got to walk everywhere. So right now, like I said, I'm just chilling right outside the photo lab area, and we're gonna give you guys a little flavor of what's going on here. They had a break a little while ago. They had Haagen-Dazs ice cream pops, and they had coffee and soda and whatnot. But now everybody's, not everybody, but some people are at the pop-up. The other people are in the individual seminars. Then at 5 o'clock, they're having a cocktail hour, which I don't drink anymore, but I can drink, non-alcoholic beverages. So, in fact, Carolyn's in the chat. I sent her a text, said, hey, I sent her a screenshot when it is, and hopefully she'll be able to make it back because they've been thrifting too. They're trying to send a bunch of books. Hey, Bianca, you made my live. They've been thrifting a bunch of books, and they're going to send them in to FBA. And they were trying to get them listed and everything. I see Nathan Nickerson Resales. He's stalking me. Every time I turn around, he's next to me. I'll give you a picture of him. You'll see him. That's Nathan. Right there with the gray hair. Everywhere I go, he follows me. I was telling Chris he's stalking me. But yeah, so it's pretty cool here. We have another couple hours today, and then like I said, they have the cocktail reception, and then we have all day tomorrow, and then they have a big off-site closing party at this place called the Brooklyn Bowl. I don't know what the deal was, but last year they had Bare Naked Ladies, the group, but I think this year they're just going to have a cover band because we all know eBay is cutting costs. So what is one thing you learned today? I learned a lot about pictures, Chris. I went to Griff. That's another thing they're cutting. They had eBay Radio. They're getting rid of that, and they're going to do podcast only. And Griff's been an employee of eBay for 30 years, and he's also a reseller. So he takes pictures, and he takes excellent pictures. So I actually did his seminar in one of the meetup rooms, and now he's going to do it over here. And I took a bunch of pictures of the various setups. He recommended I have 2 soft boxes, and I was having problems with my iPhone 7 Plus because it doesn't do very well in lighting. So I should say insufficient lighting. So I figured I got to get better lighting. So what he said is you get 3 of the soft boxes, and make sure you don't get the single ones with the twirly bulbs, the LED bulbs. Get the ones with the 4 bulbs in each individual light box, and get a 3 light box set. And you put 2 on the sides, and you put 1 over top, and then you can take your pictures. And he says because especially with phones, the light balance or white balance gets confused because what it does, it takes the various lights and tries to combine them all and like come somewhere in the middle. So like you might take a picture of something that's purple and you might send it to the person. They say, oh, that's violet, or that's another shade of purple, whatever. That's because you don't have daylight lighting. So gentlemen's taking my pictures. I'm going to be famous. So that's what we do. We learn things about various things. I learned about Google, how these things come up in your search engine. You know, why it comes up and what kind of backdrop you have to use. You know, the white. I know my friend Jamie Pace does a lot with ties, and he uses a black background. And they said for Google, though, they recommend a gray background. White, almost always when you can do it, and they understand if you're doing something white, it's not going to show up properly with a white background, so you should use a gray background. So that was interesting, and I was just real happy that they offered a concierge service. I mean, that's priceless, because we've all had experiences where we've called customer support, and I know Chris has gotten Salt Lake City a couple times. But they said they increased their number of in-states customer service reps, and but they still, when I call all the time, I always get somebody overseas, and half the time I understand them, half the time I can't understand them because they speak English, but English is their second language, and they're doing the best they can, but sometimes there's a language barrier. So just want to give you guys a little flavor of what's going on here, and say hello.
Okay, so, guys, let me just stop these.
Air conditioning is a huge property here.
Okay, close that. Okay, that was the gist of it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little feel of what's going on. Couple quick things, and then we can just have like a general chat. And I would like some of you guys, if possible, to join me. Again, you saw what happened was I did that Chrome screen share, and what happened was I guess I have to switch it, go back to it again somehow, and then read. I don't know what I did wrong, but so there's a learning curve like with anything. So I mean, there was a big learning curve with Hangouts. So you know, it is what it is. So, but Craig, thanks for letting me know that you were looking at my face instead of the video. So, a couple things real quick, guys. I was going to show you. Oh, when you go on vacation, man, I always have issues here. And I was going to do like a little demonstration for you guys, but I figure there's other people that are more eloquent than I am and more to the point. Two things to remember. He's making dinner so you can watch after helping me all day. Well, that's great. You got a good husband there. Two things. If you put your store on vacation mode, that's great. But you have to extend your handling time. If you do not extend your handling time, you're going to get a ding from eBay. So in other words, if you get an order, and say you have a 1-day handling time and you're Las Vegas, you don't. Now some people ship their things out. Obviously, I'm kind of small time. I don't have that, so I extend my handling time. I make it. I think I wrote it down here what the handling time can be. You can have it from 1 to 5 days. Or 10, 15, 20, or 30 days. Okay, and that's a traditional handling time. So what you do is you go in and you bulk edit your handling time. Basically what you're doing is you're clicking on all your listings, and then you're editing, and then you're going into the fields, and you go into handling time, and then you extend your handling time. You change it. There's a little tab that says change to, and then you do the pull down menu and you change it. So what I'll do is I'll probably make it for 10 days. I'll do it probably Friday night or probably want to get a first thing up Saturday morning because I still can ship on Saturday. Should something come in Saturday morning. And then what I'll do is I'll when I'm out there, say like on Wednesday or Thursday, I'll call eBay because I'll have my tablet. It's a pain. I'll just have them do it for me. I'm paying almost $400 for this eBay ticket, so let them do some work. I'll have them change it to like come Thursday. I'll have them change it to like 3 days or something because Saturday and Sunday are considered shipping days technically. So and then I can change it when I get home. I'm getting home on Saturday late afternoon. So your husband's a chef. Your husband's a chef, right, T? There's a perk for being married to a chef, right? So again, you got to remember to put your store in vacation mode. You can put like a personalized message. What I did when I was out there, I actually got a couple sales, and one guy I think took his order, and one woman canceled it. So what I do is I contacted them via the eBay messaging system. I said, just to let you know, I'm at an eBay convention. I won't be home for like 3 or 4 days. I did extend my handling time, but in case you missed that, would you still like the order? And then, like I said, one person canceled and one person accepted it. But you have to extend your handling time, because if you don't extend your handling time, you're going to get strike, and then you can fall below standard. So I meet all my metrics. It's just I'm not doing enough volume. That's one of the reasons I'm going out there. I want to sit down with Casey, probably sit down with a couple other people, maybe Scott the Bearded Picker, although he does mostly Amazon. But some of the bigger sellers, and say, look, I need to retool my store, get out of the clothing. I don't really know some of the more popular clothing things. I mean, I just know like the generic basic, Walmart, Kmart. Well, Kmart's not really around, but Walmart, Kohl's, Target, penny brands. So that's what I know. I mean, and that's what I find in my Goodwills. So I want to get more. Hi, Anita. So I want to get more into hard goods. And like I said, I've been trying to learn the jewelry, getting more into jewelry, trying to learn all that stuff. So yeah, I electronics. Anything with electronics is shipping's expensive, and then if you return shipping, and then it's like, I mean, I don't know how much scam goes on. I mean, Craig probably could speak to it better than I could. But I know there is some scams that go on as far as, people have a broken whatever, then you ship them out your product that works, and they ship you back the broken one, or or you tell them to keep it because the shipping's so expensive. So that's the issue with that. So again, so it was make sure you put your store in vacation mode, and then have to extend your handling time, because that's what happens. A lot of people forget to do that. Hey, Derek. Again, guys, I can hold up to 6 people on this panel. If 1 or 2 or 3 of you want to hop in, I know Donatella said you just got in. Mike, by the way, Crazy Card, it was nice to put a face to the name. I saw you a couple of days ago. You were on somebody's live stream using StreamYard. Derek, if you want to pop in, Craig, if you want to pop in, T, et cetera, and you guys are welcome to pop in. And if you want to play a little bit around with this StreamYard, if not, it's no big deal. Oh, another thing I want to tell you guys. I mentioned this before, and some of you jewelry sellers, I know there's some jewelry sellers in the group. Probably most of you know this already. I wasn't 100% certain, but Dollar Tree does sell watch batteries. They only have like 3 different models. So on my one of my tripods, it has a remote control. So what happened was the battery went dead on it. So basically what this is you use this for pictures or for video. So in other words, I can have my camera set up somewhere, and then I can, start video, stop video. It's an app that's on your phone. You use it through Bluetooth. So the battery went dead, and then I was just able to replace it. It was the CR2032 battery. Again, these are a Dollar Tree. So I think they had like 3 different models. So that's something to keep in mind, guys, if you get watches and the battery doesn't work. So that's something I want to learn too. How to kind of like repair watches. Just not repair, but be able to replace the battery. So I know you need some tools to do that. So I don't see anybody requesting to come into the video. Did anybody want to join me? Again, if not, we can just chat and handle questions. So I did make some notes about as far as, and again, this would apply whether you go to eBay Open or whether you go to Las Vegas in general. Back in the day when I wasn't involved in a relationship and I was working for the wine and liquor company, we would close twice a year. We would close once a week, 1 week in August and 1 week in January. There's a little sip here, guys. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up. So I would go, when I wasn't in a relationship, I would go to Vegas twice a year. So overall, I've probably been to Las Vegas like 20 times. Last year was the first time I had been in like 10 years. So I know you've probably seen some of my pictures, like on my Instagram. There's a picture and in the video too, you saw I went to Hell's Kitchen.
So I have reservations again for Hell's Kitchen. I'm going to try to get, 5. I have a reservation for 6 people. So I'm going to try to get, another 5 people to go with me to Hell's Kitchen. The food was very, very good. The service was excellent. Yeah, I post a link. Oh, yeah, I post a link in the chat. That's fine. So what I did was I went and I showed up at the last minute, not last minute, but I showed up because Jason and Karin were driving around. They had a car. They were staying off site. So let me just play with this a little bit, guys. Got to remember how to share this link here. Let's see. Of course, I was going to share screen settings. I used to know how to do this. Bear with me, guys. I got to remember where to find this. Settings, share screen, invite. There you go. I meant to clean off my glasses, but I never did. Oh, geez. Don't get old, guys. Okay, so I'm going to post it right in the chat, guys, and I can approve it. Anybody who wants to join me, I can approve it right from the chat. Okay. And come on, Link. Did you go? Come on. I want this. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. All right, we'll add Teresa. We will add Craig. We will add Donatella. And we will add Mr. Derek.
Yeah.
We got everybody in.
Holy cow, we got everybody in here.
I can't be in here if Derek's in here.
Oh,
Did you say?
Hey, wait a minute. I'm
Can't hear
gonna. Did you get your pistachio pudding today?
No, all I had was I've had about 3 of these, so I'm in good shape.
What did I?
Hey, Donatella.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we hear what?
You can?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fine. We can hear you fine. Let me just go over a couple things real quick. Again, I told you guys I was going to mention about Las Vegas. The question is, where did I put my notes?
They'll be in the last place you look.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it off of memory. I was working on it when I was
Oh, I see what the problem is.
at lunch and whatnot. Yeah, well, I'm going to do it off of memory. Okay. Was there an echo? Or are we good? Yeah, we're good. Couple things. I have the Caesars Properties credit card, so I earn points that way. So I have that, and I have a Sam's credit card, Sam's Club credit card. So basically, I use the Caesars card for everything. With Sam's, it's like 5% back on gas, so that adds up. And in travel, I think it's like 3%. So I use that. I have over $500 in credits for Caesars Properties. Now, the only issue with that is, and MGM has a credit card also. But the only issue with that is, my understanding is Caesars was just recently bought out by another company, entertainment
Is
company.
the echo coming from mine?
Do you hear anybody else hear an echo? I just heard it earlier. I don't hear it now. We good?
Got it now.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo anymore. I just
Donna,
heard
do you have your YouTube volume on, maybe? Well, sometimes if it's your volume that's high.
the volume's too high sometimes. Yeah.
If
Right.
you think it's you and that applies to anybody, just mute yourself and we'll see if it goes away. I don't hear anything.
I think it was me. I think I turned it off.
Okay, I think you're fine.
Good deal.
Is that good now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Another thing you can consider, talking about credit cards and points and all that,
Right.
you get cash back on your PayPal debit card if you use it as a credit,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I never got the PayPal credit card, so
Well, it's just a debit.
the debit card. Right. Well, see, that's the issue too. And that's another thing. This is just a general travel tip. If you obviously when you go to a hotel, motel, whatever, you take your credit card with you. And if it's a debit card, they are going to hold funds for your room. Like I made a deposit. I actually have 2 reservations. That's another story. But they're going to hold money. So if you have a debit card, you have you're drawing money out of your checking account, whatever. They're going to pull money, hold that money. They won't charge you immediately, but they'll pull it out of your account. So I know that's caused problems for people I know.
Yep. They'll put a hold on your authorization or
They
whatever.
put a hold on that money, right?
The other issue is if you're traveling, again, this is just a generic kind of traveling thing I've learned, make sure you notify your credit card company that you will be out of state. I mean, you don't have to per se, but it would be my luck that something would happen and they would say, somebody's charging, in Las Vegas, is that you? It's like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it depends where you go, but also the first charge, sometimes if they feel it's suspicious, they'll text you and ask you to confirm. Because I work for Chase. So
Right. That's right. You work for Chase, right.
I came out of the banking industry working on the software that did that kind of monitoring.
Okay. So yeah.
So I'm familiar with that. Yeah. I've never had any problems inside the United States. And when I went overseas, over the Netherlands, like you said, the first time I used my card, they sent me that message. And I was like, okay, it's all right. I'm here.
I mean, so that's just it's a phone call. I mean,
right.
Like most of these apps, I mean, they can actually call right from your app on your phone. You can call right to the customer service. So that was one thing. The other thing is all these companies have reward programs. The one I use for the MGM, they have a game called My Vegas. It's technically a free game, but you buy virtual chips if you need be. So I've been playing for about 5 years now, and I told you guys I hadn't been to Vegas in like 10 years. So I used my credits last year. I went and saw the Cirque du Soleil show Love. And I got what else did I do? I got a comp for a buffet for the area. And I got a $25 credit, credit for the slot machines.
That's cool.
So this year I got two nights free. Well, I had free. that's relative.
That works.
Unless you're a big time gambler, you have to pay a resort fee. So the resort fee is $45 at Mandalay Bay. So I have 2 nights free that are costing me $90.
Yeah.
So I'm paying $45 per night resort fee. Then the other ones I use my comp card or whatever. I don't really gamble that much, so I got like 25% off. So it's like they're costing me like $100 a night, and I think Friday night's costing me like $150.
Every bit helps.
Yeah. It helps because I mean,
Yep, every
those
penny
2 free
helps.
nights would have been like $130 or $140, and I got them for $45 each. So that's $200 I saved.
That's great.
And I'm going to see the Love show, which is a great show. I think that's over $100 for that ticket.
Wow.
So
That's
you get
the-
200, 300, it adds up. And then I'm going to the Hell's Kitchen, and I told you guys to have like $500 credit. I'm not going to spend $500, but I'll buy myself dinner, and I'll probably buy somebody else dinner. Somebody's been helping me. One of the YouTubers has helped me quite a bit. Probably buy him dinner. And then what happened was because of my credit, because I don't really gamble enough, I got upgraded like another level up on my comp card. So not that it applies to me, but I have free valet parking. All the properties in Las Vegas now charge for parking. I think except for maybe one of them doesn't charge.
You could, without doing anything, you could spend a ton of money between they'll say the room is only $35 or whatever, but like you said, the resort fee, the parking.
Right. And even with your hotel guests, they charge you for parking, which is crazy.
Yep.
Because last time when I was there, I was like I told you, Karen and Jason were coming to pick me up. I said, well, can they park at the hotel, using my room number? I said, no. Everyone has to pay. Even if you have a reservation, you have to pay for parking. I said, but you're charging me $45 a night resort fee. That doesn't include parking? No.
And you can't say I don't have a car because they're going to charge you for it anyway.
Right.
And then things like a refrigerator. God forbid you take something out of the mini fridge in the room and put your own stuff in. And they charge you $50 to rent the refrigerator. It's all these things you learn,
But people still do it.
Yes. Another thing. Well, I'm thinking about it. I had heard that some of the rooms had little Keurig coffee makers. Mandalay Bay charges you $5 per cup of coffee in your room.
Yeah.
They give you a little K-cup, and they give you I guess sugar and non-dairy cream or whatever to stir.
Powdered crap.
Right, $5 a cup.
Do you pay by a grain of sugar?
Yeah. So last year I brought 8 K-cups with me. So I had breakfast at McDonald's the one morning, the first morning I was there. I said, by the way, can you give me an extra coffee cup? So I put it in my bag, and then every morning I made myself put my little K-cup in there, made my cup of coffee, and
Why they charge you, Adam, if you use the coffee cup?
They charge you if you use their setup, which is $5, which is 1 K cup and non-dairy creamer and sugar in a stirrer. It's $5
Wow, that's
per cup.
crazy.
Per cup.
And,
And God forbid you go to Starbucks or something, that's gonna be probably like $7, $8.
I remember last year you were in one of your videos. You were saying something about the bottles of water, like a bottle of
Oh
water.
yeah,
like
it's like $4 for a bottle of water for like a little like I don't think it's even a liter. And I said, no, forget that. So yeah, what I do is I know all the tricks. That's why one of the reasons I'm a thrifter, because I'm looking at deals. There's a McDonald's across the street. There's a Subway across the street. There's an Indian restaurant across the street, and there's a convenience store inside of a gas station across the street. So I got breakfast when eBay provides breakfast. I think two of the days. So the days I was there when I wasn't getting breakfast from eBay, I got breakfast at McDonald's, and then the first day I was there, I got like 3 big like liter bottles of iced tea and 2 big liter bottles of water, and I left it right on my counter on my dresser in my room.
Do they have the water bubblers like at the convention center, like in the hallways?
They
and
do.
stuff?
And then last year they gave you a that was at the end of my video. I guess I don't know if you saw that or not. They gave you like little tchotchkes. They gave you a T-shirt. They gave you a little
Yeah, and they gave you the
little
thermos.
water bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pack it because I'm not taking a bag, because that was the other thing. Last year I was able to use Southwest on a direct flight. They don't fly direct flight anymore from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, and I knew that going in. So it's like, and I have the basic fare. I'm using American Airlines, so it's like $30 for like your first bag and like $40 for your second bag. It's like, no, I'm not paying to check a bag. So I have a big backpack that'll fit underneath of the seat, in front of me, and then I have a regular carry-on.
Yeah.
I pack everything in those, and then that way I don't have to pay $30 each way.
Yeah.
The bag.
You
But the
learn
things
a
that you
lot
learn,
when
I mean,
you learn a lot of tricks when you travel.
Yeah. And then I have my iPad, and then they usually have add-on Wi-Fi where you can like just get regular Wi-Fi. You can surf the web. They also have like in-house, I guess, I don't know what you would even call it, entertainment, that you can download an app on your iPad or your tablet or whatever, and then it's included with the flight. You get the free entertainment. You got to pay extra if you want the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I watch the various like news reports and different things, that whatever material they have, and it makes the flight go a little quicker. So that was one of the things I wanted to bring up. So what are your experience, Craig, now with the you use Zoom and you've used StreamYard? What are you thinking?
Like you said earlier, I really like the quality of Zoom, the video quality.
Right.
I think this is very acceptable quality-wise, though, video. But for the free version, in my opinion, for my use, I see no reason to use anything but this.
Right.
If I need anything that I would need to do any more custom background or have more people in, then I would do Streamlabs or OBS on my machine.
I was thinking eventually I'm probably going to use Streamlabs, and I don't know.
But for just this kind of stuff, I mean, legitimately, how many times are you going to need more than 6 people? And really, I think the more people watch this, the more people are going to forget that duck is up there in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, the duck doesn't bother me. It
is what it is,
It's not a big deal. Especially if I'm saving $20 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
I can deal with the duck.
Right.
It's got some good features. I like how you can put people's names up there. You can do the banners.
Right.
What I don't like about it, and it's not a negative, I don't like that you can't move the video feeds around. So I can't adjust them anyway.
Right. And then the chat, you can't move the chat either, right? Isn't the chat stuck in the right-hand corner?
It's not real, I'd say flexible, but yeah.
Right.
You can't see who your mods are. You can't see. You can't even make anybody a mod. You can't even.
Right. You'd have to be in YouTube to do that. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But it's good. It's a strong product in my opinion.
I want to remind everybody to give Adam a thumbs up on the video. And I'm looking, and I can't believe you got 5 thumbs down.
I was going to say that. What was
Isn't
that?
that crazy? Like, why would someone give a thumbs down on
I'm a
this?
moderator on about 20 different YouTube channels, and I do my job.
Yeah.
I don't think any garbage.
Is it only 5? I can fix that. Hold on. I'm kidding.
So they automatically, whenever they see I do a video, thumbs down. But
there you go. Now you're 17. Now you're 18. It's growing.
Well,
interaction.
Oh,
we all know interaction.
and you just got 2 more thumbs down. Now you're to 8.
Come
Who's in
on,
the chat that's
people.
giving
I
thumbs
better not go
down?
live at night anymore.
That's terrible.
One thing I've learned, again, like I say a couple of times, I don't claim to know it all about YouTube. I've got a lot to learn, I think it's easier for a man to say it than a woman. Is you got to leave your feelings at the door with YouTube.
I know.
In my opinion, because
It's hard. It's hard for me. I'm Italian.
That's why Donna and I are getting more emotional about the thumbs down than anybody else.
I know. Because I'm Italian. I let everything bother me.
We take things personally.
but you're going to have people that just drive by and drop you a thumbs down and take off.
Yeah,
that's so weird. So weird to me. I don't get that. I just don't get it.
It's a lot of it, and I'm not directing this in any specific person. It's like a lot of this stuff going on is like we're in high school again.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like we call it junior high school. Now they call it middle school, but it's like you're at like junior high school or middle school lunch.
Right.
Like you're not sitting with the cool kids at lunch,
Yeah. It is. I mean, it is.
I was like the uncool kid. I would sit with the uncool kids. But then when I started playing football, I was accepted because I played football. But I still would sit with uncool kids. I wouldn't sit with the jocks.
Yeah. Well, and one good thing, and people may think of this differently, that thumbs down is an interaction with your video.
I know, but
I don't care. I mean,
it is what it is. Just
it's just amazing how people are. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram much, but I saw such a long post today on Instagram for Steve Rankin Profits.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's ridiculous.
Who is this? Who had a post? I don't recognize that name.
No, it wasn't his post.
Well, if you don't recognize him, I'm going to be in one of his videos. So,
Craig, it was really ridiculous. It was over the top. It was over the top.
And I'll say this, that I shouldn't say. Steve is a super smart guy, a super hard worker, and he doesn't really. I tell people I don't really do a lot of. I mean, I know about eBay, I know about reselling, I know about online sales, but I don't do a high volume, and I'm honest about it. And Steve basically does a lot of marketing. He gets a lot of referrals, and he gets money that way. He gets money for the green room. I mean, he does do eBay. He does. I don't think he does very little eBay anymore. He does mostly Amazon, but he makes a lot of money off of his affiliate links. I mean, that's what he does, and you got to give the guy credit. I mean, he's a hustler. I mean, he'll be the first to tell you he had a drug problem, and then he was working at was it Cracker Barrel or one of those type of restaurants, and he was having problems, and he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, and now he's working out. He's lost a lot of weight. He doesn't smoke. He's in a long-term relationship. Just bought a duplex. Hey, I mean, that's how he makes his money. He makes his money on affiliate links and whatnot. So
yeah. Well, a lot of it's jealousy. A lot of it's jealousy. People get jealous of other people, but I was just really appalled at just the language and just the way this guy completely went off.
And that apparently was a member of the green room too, because it was in the green room chat, right? So
I don't even know what the green room is.
That's a paid group that basically it's like a mentorship. You have like 3 or 4. You have a college Eric, the college picker, you have Chris Bonafide Hustler, and you have Steve Rankin Profit. And then you have a bunch of other, higher end sellers that can help you if you have questions. Like with Casey, the Rockstar Flippers group, he has like 100,000 members in his one group, and you get a lot of trolls when they are. And in the other group, I think there's like 500 members. So there's some really good sellers in the other group. But Casey's paid group is only $50.
Yeah,
I think
belong to that. I enjoy that group.
Yeah, for $50, I mean, Casey said, look, you want to try it for a month or two, but I'm going to have to charge you $50. I said, all right, $50. It's not going to break me $50.
Is it 50 for the year, Adam?
50 for the year, yes.
I should probably join again.
Got a bunch of bolos and different things.
That's how I met you. I met you in the VIP group.
Right, the old VIP group, right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad price.
Just
50 for the year. I mean, and now, I have a relationship now with Casey. So if I have a question, it's like, I mean, not everybody has his number. Some people do, but I mean, so if I message him on Messenger or I text him, you know, time willing, he gets right back to me because he knows,
It's a good suit.
And I've talked about before about moderators in my groups. I was in Casey's chat for almost 3 years before he made me a moderator. So it is what it is. He trusts me, and he's sharp, man. He's a hustler. And then people were beating him up. They didn't believe that he was making money. And in his last live stream, some guy was going after him, and I didn't block the guy. I just deleted his comment. And everybody's different. They want their moderators to handle things. And he said, don't delete his message. All right. So then he did it again, and then he did it again, and then he did it again. In case he was getting all worked up, it's like, okay, it's your channel.
That's one of the things that I'm kind of afraid of, like putting myself out there, on YouTube is just people's, again, it goes back to, saying you have to be thick-skinned. I'm not thick-skinned. And when I make a mistake, or if I make an error, or if I say something wrong and someone calls me out on it, I get like all flustered and I get upset. So, I mean, it took me probably a year to start a YouTube channel. Wade used to always be like, start a YouTube channel. And so I'm glad that I did it, but I'm still kind of, I don't want my YouTube channel to be, just about buying storage units and reselling. We talked about that, Adam, in the live interview. Oh, speaking of live interview, as a matter of fact, Dominic, he has that, what's it called? Resellers.
Primetime Hustler?
Primetime Hustler, yeah. He sent me a message today, so he wants to interview me. I think it's next Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Cool.
On his station. Yeah, I thought that was really like.
Be prepared for that. I've not been with him, but he does a very good interview. He's got a.
He's a psychiatrist, isn't he?
Yeah. He's going to ask good questions, so just be prepared. It's not just going to be, well, tell me what you do. It's going to be pretty in depth.
I can't be prepared. I can't be prepared because I'll make myself so nervous if I'm like prepared. It's not like stuffing clothes in a box. Like there's nothing for me to prepare for. Like this is me. Like this is who I am. You either love me or hate me, and that's it.
The best advice I could give you is go back and watch his other interviews he's done.
What kind of questions he asked?
What kind of questions he's asked.
That's what I learned from Adam. That's what I learned with Adam. Adam had me do that interview with Tiffany. I watched a couple of his videos to make sure that I was on the ball for it.
Yeah, and I just kind of make mine. I mean, I'm formal because I don't like a lot of baloney in the chat. I like I'm here to learn, and I tell people, look, guys, as long as you don't get crazy in the chat, I want you to hang out with your friends and have fun, but don't go getting all way off topic and screwing up the chat. And so with me, it's just more like it's like you and I are having a cup of coffee at the local coffee shop.
See, now there you go. There you go, Adam. Now I feel guilty because I mentioned that my husband was making dinner, and that kind of was like had nothing to do with what the chat was about.
No. I mean, that's fine. I'm just
talking about in his interview
tangents, and it's like they start attacking people or what. I don't have time for that. And it was funny because Joy actually called me out last night or the night before. Joy, make a difference, clothing, whatever it is.
Be the difference, yeah.
Yeah. She says, because Adam, I think of you as a judge. Because you're always look like she didn't say angry, but she says, I apologize, Joy. I said, I'm going to get my goatee trimmed. I'm going to look a little more friendly.
What did I tell you were going to be? You're going to be the next Phil Donahue.
Yeah, right.
I thought he was going to be the Geraldo.
I'm on live on YouTube.
You're live on YouTube.
I have a house full of teenagers again.
Uh-oh.
Amen.
All
right, guys, I got something to show because I know.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if people know.
Let me practice, Craig. Hold on.
Yeah, that's fine.
How do I click on you, right?
Yep, and on a little box on him.
Underneath. Okay, underneath, right. Corner. Okay, so we want to.
And the only reason I was doing.
I forgot how to do that.
Go down to the bottom,
right,
and then click on him, and there's a little white box in the left-hand corner.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Solo layout. There you go.
Yep.
The only reason I want to show this is it just sold a little while ago, and people may be familiar with it. It's called Deneen Pottery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All the ones that I have seen have this. It's almost like the brown drip style look to it. They usually have a different name. Each one has got a different name. Where this is a Cindy's New York Delicatessen. I got $55 shipped for 2 of these.
Nice.
There's some of them that have certain and look up the name pottery and sort by most expensive. There's some that go for $80 and $90 a piece.
Those are awesome.
But they're and I've only had them about 2 or 3 months. But I think all the ones that I've seen have that brown drip tile look to them.
Was it a year that when you were on my show, you said something about how you're doing your old bolos when you're waiting like at a doctor's appointment or something? You do search the highest priced or something. Was that you that said that?
Me?
It was you, right?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Right.
And like during my spare time, I do that all the time. Like I'll just look at something and like, for example, like I'm looking at my popcorn machine right now and I'll just type in popcorn machine and then I'll look highest sold.
Right.
And then it just brings up all of the brand names of popcorn machines that are the highest sold. So when you're out, like for example, today after I picked up my mini storage unit, I donated a couch to Goodwill. I don't usually like to donate to Goodwill, but the Goodwill was so close by and we needed to get the couch out of the truck because I didn't want to drive all the way back with it. So I ran into Goodwill and I found this Shamu.
Oh, Shamu.
It's Shamu. And I know just from researching plush, because I love to sell plush, I know this is Shamu. You can look it up. And it's a Disney World. It's a SeaWorld Shamu.
Okay, yeah, Shamu's SeaWorld, not Disney.
Yeah, SeaWorld. And I paid $3.93 for it. And I'm gonna put this on eBay for probably $70.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, for this Shamu. People collect Shamu like crazy. It's ridiculous.
Now, what would that be at like a SeaWorld? Would they charge like $70 for that?
No, I have no idea how much they charge you.
$49.50, I bet you, for that, something like that.
$50?
I don't know, but did you see my latest bolo, which was like crazy? My Magnadoodle that I bought at a yard sale for 50 cents, and I sold it for $75 yesterday.
Cha-ching.
It was. I posted it in my group. I mailed it out today. It was like a Magnadoodle. You remember the Magnadoodles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. You had that on your story.
Did you see it, T?
Yeah.
I'll go look at it. I didn't see it. Let's go look at it.
I paid 50 cents for it and I sold it for 75.
Crazy.
Crazy. I love those. I love those kind of stuff.
Whoops.
I have to show you guys something. Can I show you something that I bought today that was amazing? I'm gonna go get it. Is it okay if I show it, Adam?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna go on eBay.
You just joined I apologize. My chat was all screwed up. It was way up top. I don't know why that did that. I'm used to the YouTube chat.
Todd just showed up in the chat.
I mean, my chat was like 50 comments up. It's like I'm looking at it's like, wait a minute, that's not the right time.
and Adam, if you want to show any one comment out of the chat, all you can do is click on it, and then a little small icon will come up.
Right, the plus, right, and then I can highlight it in the
on the screen. Yep.
Yeah, the colors. What's that called? Somebody told me that the
lower
the brand is the color, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. What is this?
This is it's you see how it's chipped in some of the areas. My daughter is really talented, so I'm gonna have her do some work on it. But it's about 36 inches tall, and it weighs a lot. It's not marked, it's not signed, but look at how amazing this is.
Is that concrete or is it porcelain?
It's plaster.
Plaster.
I say it was concrete. I don't think she'd be lifting it with one hand.
Well, you never know.
Right? Yeah.
You're muscular, fella.
Even though it's plaster, but just check him out. Isn't he unbelievable? So I'm gonna fix him up a little bit and maybe patina him a little bit.
That would be great at Firehouse. Absolutely. Yep.
I'm gonna list him for like $200. I paid $7.89 for him.
Nice.
It looks like
beautiful.
That's what I meant to say. Chalk. Yeah. John
Chalk or
said
plaster?
chalk.
Okay.
Plaster. Yeah, it's chalk.
Should I go sell
But,
taller?
I don't know.
Mama.
It's really that beautiful.
Hey, Mama. Mama's here.
That is
So we'll see what he sells for. I love him. I thought he was great.
$200, right there.
$2 make me holla.
$200.
$200.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Dollar.
How'd you make it with the storage unit today, Donnie? You sounded exhausted when I called.
The storage unit, guys, was
Tony
so.
called it chalkware.
My storage unit was so bad. Oh my God. It
so
was,
hot. That was like.
can I tell you, disgusting. Derek, I saw a picture. There was a lot of pictures of the woman who owned it, and I was gonna send you a picture, Derek, of the woman, and then I'm like, it's like almost like I'm sending like pornography over internet, over Messenger, so I didn't send it. But the girl was gross, nasty. She was.
Thanks. She wants to send it to me. What's up with that?
For those, because we chat. Just because we chat, you know,
Yeah,
and you knew that I was going to get the storage unit. That only for that reason, Derek. Calm down.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was so yeah, T. Total putana. You know what that means, right? Do you know what that means, Derek?
Yes.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
High-heeled shoes that are, I'm not kidding, like 6 inches tall. Nasty, disgusting. So out of the whole unit, I was only able to salvage maybe 1 tote worth of stuff. It was a total waste of time, gas, money, everything.
Did we lose Adam?
What did you say?
Did we lose Adam?
No. Oh, I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Did we lose Adam?
Yeah. You can pop back in. That's the nice part about StreamYard. You can pop right back in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, see, Donnie, you should actually see, like, if you were doing more YouTube videos, everybody shows all the greatness about storage units, but, you know, nobody shows that crap that you're running into.
Exactly.
I'm doing it. I'm doing a YouTube video about how bad it is. And you know what the saddest part about it is and this might be something in my title, is how sad to rent a storage unit and put your entire life's belongings in it. I know the background of the girl. She had to move out of state, and so she abandoned the unit. She surrendered the unit to the storage company, and she took all her life's belongings and she put them in this storage unit. And when I tell you her entire life's belongings was trash, it was all trash. It all went into the dumpster. Like 1 30-gallon tote was salvageable. That was it. Your whole life savings, your whole life's world it was sad. You know, it was sad. Bad choices. We found court papers and, you know, just bad choices. Just bad choices. Yeah. Anyways.
A power surge.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, the light flickered and I lost. Well, my internet, the router went out and they came back reloaded.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was actually quick for the router to reboot, though.
Yeah, I was surprised it rebooted that quickly.
You have it connected to a surge protector, Adam?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is downstairs into a surge protector, and now my router and my modem is connected upstairs in a surge protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That doesn't happen too often around here. Although I guess my local utility has been having issues because I got a text the other day that the power went out and they
Well, there must be some storms in the area because they went and postponed the Yankee game before even.
They postponed the Phillies Dodgers game. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And there's not a drop of rain or anything inside.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Well, we just got a huge storm that just came through real quick through here. So.
Crazy.
Beautiful here in sunny South Florida.
You saw my post this morning. I was asking where you said Brimfield was where the meetup was. When is it?
Brimfield in September 4th through the 8th.
I love Brimfield.
We're gonna meet up.
It's a surprise pop in. Never know.
Yeah. It's gonna be Pittsburgh, Shamrock Pixie, Bargain Effect. We're going to try to meet up with Blue Butts Dave. We're going to try to meet up with that whole crew up there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And I had my feelings hurt. He didn't invite me.
We told you we're trying to get permission from the nursing home to take you out for a couple of days.
I get once a month. I can't
Once a month.
Yep.
And we got plenty of pistachio pudding for you too.
Not the banana pudding.
Pistachio. He likes.
I don't see how people don't like warm banana pudding.
Not warm banana pudding. I like regular banana pudding.
Warm
They
banana
make it
pudding.
chill. They have it at the Chinese buffets a lot.
What is that? Dina saying it's nasty?
Dina said
Yeah.
it's nasty.
Whatever.
I think Dina needs her own YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll get it on it.
Nasty.
We'll get it on it. Nasty.
It's nasty.
That's my problem when my husband has a YouTube channel. He just gets nasty. He don't care about anybody.
That's
He
what
has
happens.
No filter.
No, especially when you're a chef, you have no filter.
He has no
You
filter.
cannot. I learned it over the years that you have to be in charge, and you can't have. And then they ask you. I love when the maitre d's and the managers will be like, "Can you go out and talk to this guest? Are you kidding me? You are me. This guest
Your job.
about something that my line has just made. You're lucky you're not wearing a tiramisu." You know?
All right, Adam. I don't know if you saw my comment earlier in the chat when you were playing that first video. On one of the videos, was there what's the hot chocolate thing that you get on the cruise ship? Molten lava cake.
Oh, the molten lava cake.
They called it something else at Ramsey's though.
It's like half cooked cake in the middle, and then
Yeah, it has like the chocolate, the hot warm chocolate in the middle. Yeah, that's his signature dessert. He doesn't call it lava cake. He calls it something else.
Yeah,
no, okay. They serve them on Carnival cruise lines.
Yeah, that's his signature dessert. And then I had the
Craig, that was my dessert every night on Carnival.
Baked Alaska is mine. I love baked Alaska.
Ah, that was so good.
Derek, what's I always forget the name of this. Where they have like filet and they have like puff pastry around it.
Wellington.
Oh, beef Wellington. Beef Wellington.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so that's what I had. You see the seafood tower? I ordered a big seafood tower, and I shared that, and then I got the beef Wellington, and then I got then we shared the dessert. It was so rich. Right. There was 5 of us at the table, and we didn't even eat all of it. We split it. We couldn't even eat the whole thing. It was so rich.
I hear you there, but
Nikki Rudd is saying warm rice banana pudding.
Yeah.
Warm rice pudding. With a little bit of lemon zest on it. Yeah,
there you go.
That's a Portuguese dish. So,
all right, I'm
Marrakech. I discussed a little bit about eBay Open and what I'm going to be doing next week, and then I just invited people to the chat because they're trying to learn how to use this StreamYard. So most of us going to be using StreamYards instead of Google Hangouts. So
the one thing that we're all learning, and I learned it yesterday. Please, when you schedule something on StreamYard, make sure you go into YouTube and make sure you are set in the right time zone.
I had to change it 4 times.
Right.
Because you told me it was mountain.
Mountain
it was
time.
Showing Pacific tonight.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. The other day,
I changed it 4 times. I had anywhere between 10 o'clock and 6 o'clock. It's like, what the heck?
Derek, remember when I was trying to do it and I was showing you with my phone the computer monitor and it was set on Pacific and I couldn't figure out how to change it? Like my YouTube channel, when I was trying to schedule a live, it didn't give me an option to change it.
Oh, it does. It's underneath the date that you're going to put it on.
I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it.
And end time, and right underneath there, it'll say EST, MNT. It says it there, and then you can click on that, and that's
right. Well, yeah, it made mine PST for I don't know why.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
I tried to change it and it wouldn't change it.
Yeah, we'll let you change it. No, you can't change it. It's whatever it is, it is.
It wouldn't change it.
Got to adjust it on YouTube.
So I think
you can't adjust it on YouTube. You have to just adjust the time. So
Right.
If it's at a Pacific, you got to allot for those 3 hours. If it's Mountain, you got to allot for the 2 hours. That's crazy.
It is. It's like, ugh.
So maybe you just have to like count back.
Yeah.
Whatever you are.
Because the other night it was Mountain.
Yep.
Why can't we just go with YTT, YouTube time?
Yeah, you've been saying that for the longest time. Well, build it up. Come on, you're the tech guru. You can do that.
I mean, we've got it. I mean, GMT is the standard out there, and everybody adjusts to GMT.
Right.
Why can't it just be YTT?
And then there's certain areas that still go by GMT and don't go by the time change and everything. So might as well everybody just go back to normal.
Yeah, God knows Arizona's confusing. It's too much. At the time, it's 3 hours.
I'll have to use Streamlabs OBS when I go mobile because I can't use this when I go mobile. I can't set it up on mobile.
They're having problems with this still. Yeah,
they have mobile problems, and I can't set it up on mobile.
You can't start a meeting from mobile. I've joined a meeting from mobile.
I couldn't start it, and then I had trouble joining. I was in it. I kept getting knocked out, and the video kept flashing.
Yeah, I couldn't join it yesterday. I don't know why.
So I'm gonna have to. That's the other thing. That's gonna be little shaky. I'm gonna have to use Streamlabs OBS to do it. My lives. Because I'm not bringing a laptop. I'm bringing my iPad. And I'm bringing my phone, but I'm not gonna bring a laptop too.
What do you plan on doing for internet connection? You
get that's 45 hours. You get internet connection.
So just go with Hangouts then.
Pardon me?
You can just go with Hangouts then.
Well, Hangouts work. Well, yeah, for one person it'll work, right?
No, Hangouts will be fine.
Oh, that's right. Hangouts will still be available till August 1st. Sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, my husband is calling me for dinner. So
enjoy. What's for dinner?
He made beef and fresh ginger and garlic stir fry with some sort of vegetable. I'm not sure. Oh, mushrooms and Vidalia
food and macaroni salad today. I was
over jasmine rice.
That's okay. Thanks for the offer, though. We're fine.
I taught him how to cook that, so just so that.
See if we'll make some pistachio pudding for Craig.
That's right.
Hey, just be careful when you go to eBay Open. Make sure you don't get cookies.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Is Gucci going?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Is he?
Yep.
Is he?
Yep.
Is he?
He'll be there.
Is he gonna bring cookies?
I might eat cookies. I only eat eBay food, or what food did I order?
If they're pistachio cookies, so just send them to Craig.
Be careful, don't, Adam. Be careful eating the cookies.
Yeah.
I need the cookies.
Hey, he asked you to give him cookies the other night.
Well, somebody was talking about cookies. I don't know, so I just thought Gucci was in the chat.
He's always
You're having Popeyes? Yeah.
I send you cookies.
Oh, that's right. Your son making lasagna, right?
Who's making lasagna?
Derek's son Adam makes lasagna.
Oh,
Right.
Nikki's having pot pies. I love pot pies.
Yep, my youngest one. He's sitting right here, right? You're gonna make nice lasagna for when we have everybody come up.
Destiny, Tommy, and
Yeah, Destiny and Tommy want it. So and Pittsburgh and Anthony. Anthony's like,
what was
lasagna.
Anthony's wife's name?
Ashley.
She was in the hospital the other day, right?
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did good. Yeah, she came home.
Yeah, she came home. He's been taking very good care of her, and I guess her mom's been there helping out too. So
Why cooking crabs?
All right, guys.
All right, Donna.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
I'll call you after I eat and shower and chill out for a few minutes.
All right, no worries.
And bye, Mr. Turtle Trader, and bye, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining in, and thanks for having me, Adam. I appreciate it. And Adam, Derek, I'll talk to you soon.
all right,
Bye. How do I get out of here?
just say leave show
Leave-
down at the bottom.
Yeah, down the bottom is a red X.
I'm just gonna close it down. Bye, guys.
so far.
Speaking
of Anthony, here he is.
Hey, you talk about lasagna, and here's Anthony.
And Anthony shows up.
She said she was going to call you, Adam. What's she going to call you?
She's like Darlene. She calls me, Derek, and Derek Adam.
Yep.
Is she going to call you Al?
She's going to call me Derek. She calls him Adam.
Yep. Darlene does that all the time. Adam
does it all the time.
So
what I do? I'm just sitting there. I'm innocent.
Talking to you.
Not you.
The other Adam.
The other Adam. Remember, we get too many Adams. Remember, Pat's going to come over here and try to play Fortnite with you.
I don't play Fortnite no more. I haven't played it in like fucking weeks.
What'd you say? Your tummy senses? I thought their spidey senses were tingling.
My tummy senses were tingling there.
Oh, because you were talking about lasagna.
Lasagna, okay.
Yeah. Call him Alfie. That's what Mama says.
Call who Alfie?
Probably you.
Oh.
So.
Do I look like Alf?
Yeah, I was going through the cars I got from Donatella today, so.
Cool.
I got a cool one.
Settlement the other day, Teresa.
I'm sorry?
How was your settlement? You had a settlement at 10 o'clock?
I have one each day this week. It's actually a really good week.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's
been months, so that's kind of odd, right?
Rates are low. I'm my best month all year,
Right.
Got to take it when you can get it. I got to take as much as I can get right now so I can get the hell out of it. I want to retire. So I'll probably have
I would buy something and then just liquidate this place. Like I gotta get rid of this place to buy something.
Yeah, well, join the crowd.
Yeah, well.
Especially, when we live in this part of the neck of the woods, you live hand to mouth.
Now you're close to Nassau County?
I'm in Nassau. I'm actually on the border of Nassau and Suffolk. I'm in Massapequa Park.
Okay. All
so, Massapequa and Amityville, that's kind of the border of Nassau and Suffolk County.
That's right. Cool.
What do you do for Chase? You said you work for Chase, right?
Yeah, I'm a home lending advisor. I do mortgages. I'm in a mortgage for 33 years. That's basically my career.
Good number. 33.
I worked for PNC Bank was my last full-time job out of Pittsburgh. Okay. I worked in the OFAC area, Office of Foreign Asset Control.
Yep.
On the IT fun, Adam?
Yeah, I'm playing around.
I'll tell you what, anybody who's in IT though, still it's a hot role because with us we're always looking for IT.
I've been lucky. I don't have any degree and I'm self-taught in everything I've done. I've been in it almost 25 years.
Yeah, that was my dad. Same thing.
All right, Adam. I'm gonna have a seizure if you keep blinking those lights anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. I just got to figure out how to get out of it. How do I get back to the chat?
But yeah, no, that's.
I'll tell you what, Craig. Chase spent over $1 billion on the software we have for operating, and it still needs work. It still crashes. It's still horrible. They bought it from Quicken Loans.
Okay.
And yeah, it closes loans a lot quicker, but there's so many workarounds and so slow. It's DOS based.
Wow, based.
DOS based.
I learned DOS when I was in college.
I trained it. I trained the country because I left originating for a while, and I was a national sales trainer for about 5 years. So that's why I kind of, with you, Adam, with talking about the hotels and stuff. I'm used to traveling, so I know what to bring. I know what to bring.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's DOS based. Could you imagine?
All right. What does DOS stand for? Anybody?
Data operating system.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Very close. Disk operating system.
Oh, disk
operating system. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. It was very good. Yes.
Well, it's like my wife works still with the hospital, and they went into the new Epic. I don't know if anybody knows about Epic.
For me with Epic.
Yeah, and I mean, going from MOS to Epic it took them like still till today to still try to figure it out.
If anybody talks software, it's going to be hard to talk about something I haven't worked with. I've been in multiple industries, and healthcare IT is another one I've been in, and it's a lot of fun. I work for a big company called Cerner that had stuff at the hospital level.
Yeah, but, I remember because it was the sad part was we knew Epic was because she's been. I was there for almost almost 9 years. We were still using MOS and we were using SMS, and the day she even said it because her sister works there as a secretary. She goes, "Nobody go to the hospital tonight because Epic is getting installed and everything's going to happen." What happens? I get a kidney stone and I have to get rushed to the hospital that night. And I'm like,
no.
Are you kidding me? But they had like a trainer per every third nurse.
Super trainer.
A super trainer. Yeah.
I've been in that kind of environment before. We rolled out Cerner to a bunch of big hospitals, and during the conversion week, they always had that.
Right.
If there was a problem, they were upgrading or going to a new version. They had people just walking the halls in case there was a problem.
Right. Yep. So it was crazy. So, but
Lisa C knew what disk DOC, disk operating system. Did they give you a floppy disk?
it's.
I don't think DOS ever came on anything but a floppy.
No.
No.
It was pretty much gone and obsolete when the CD-ROMs came out. It was there. It was just behind the scenes.
Yeah, that was what? 82, 83?
Oh, no. Well, DOS is still around. I mean, DOS, not in the sense of DOS, but DOS 622 was the last version of DOS, and it was probably in the early 90s.
Early 90s. Okay. So I'm trying to remember because Apple, what was it? Not Apple. Mac was the first one, right? The first Mac was a disk. It wasn't DOS base, right?
No, it was hard disk, I think.
Yeah. The Apple IIc, I think, was one of the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it had a hard drive. I think it was all floppy.
But I remember the Apple IIe. I remember the 2Es. But in school, we had to have a floppy still.
Yep.
It sucked.
Yeah.
Huh.
I got all that on the cover of all my husband. Listen to me. My father. I'm selling all his Byte magazines.
I remember Byte.
BYTE. Yeah.
Oh, Byte. BYT. Okay.
Yeah.
Bet you collectors that look for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding? I sold. I can't even tell you, almost 50 pounds, because I remember weighing the box to somebody in Paris, France.
Wow.
There's a lot of people overseas that collect stuff like that. I sold everybody hears TI and HP calculators are good. I sold an HP calculator that was about like this. It's about 1.5 times, like the old school, like the checkbook style.
Right.
Yeah. It was about 1.5 times the size of that.
That's what we used for mortgage in the beginning, those HPs.
They were powerful handheld.
Yeah.
I paid $5 for it at a yard sale, and so when you said France, that's what reminded me. It went to France, and I think I got $90 or $100 for it.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I have a. It was funny because Dina was at work, and one of the people at the hospital gave her this Casio calculator. The last time it was programmed was 1982. But it's a talking calculator.
Oh, the talking one. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, this thing, it looks like the size of it's like a TI-84, but it still works. And it says the date is August 4th, 1982.
Yeah.
What was the little math tutor thing that when you said talking, it reminded me that the red had the handle built into it?
The speaking math.
Speak and spell.
They made
Well, you had the speak and spell, and they had the speaking math.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had both.
You had both.
I had both.
Can you get the calculator? It's in the drawer over furthest towards the door.
You got to bring Dina on, man. She's the star of the show.
She's right there.
I know.
But that's the thing too with overseas. I mean, that's why I don't know. Do you guys do the global shipping program, or do you just do it? You do it yourself? I
do GSP straight.
GSP is easy.
In Canada, you do GSP?
Oh yeah, I don't have one quite that big. I've got an older one similar to that, and what makes a lot of those valuable is they are programmable. It's not just a calculator that does scientific functions. It's
right.
Batteries.
A lot of them you could program BASIC on them.
Yeah, that's the cool part about this one. They need 2 batteries. Do we have 2 batteries?
Yeah, I don't use it.
Double.
I ship globally myself.
I used to back in the late 90s. Obviously, GSP wasn't around. I used to sell a lot of stuff internationally. It was a pain in the butt, and especially when you couldn't print a label here at home.
No,
I was handwriting
You
everything.
go to the post office. Yeah.
And taking it to the post office and paying retail.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can print the label now, and I actually half the time make money on shipping, even when it comes to global shipping, because, you know, the way you have to estimate a pound or less, and if I don't put like that, it's 8 ounces, and it does end up being 8 ounces, they're paying for 16.
Right.
It's
just a headache that I chose not to go through.
Yeah. No,
That doesn't mean it's right. That's just my choice.
Right. No, everybody has their own thing. I mean, everybody was annoyed with Good Till canceled, but that was always the way I did it anyway. So
yeah, so it doesn't affect you. Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the key to this business is, and we talk about it on our morning show. I think we bring it up every day, don't we, Derek?
Yes, we do.
One person does something, I mean, it's right for everybody else. You know?
Exactly.
No, everybody.
You do what's right for you, and if it works for you, then it's right for you. You know, it doesn't have to be right for me.
Tony said the HP 718.
71B.
71B. I got to clean these glasses. My own.
Oh yeah,
I can't see anything.
The HP 10C is a good brand, a good model. There's a bunch of those that are in those generations that were just incredibly valuable.
Yep.
Because they were programmable. They
Yeah.
weren't just calculators. Like you're talking about, you could go in and program doing all the mortgage calculations on them and
Right.
things of that nature. The worst thing is this iPhone 8 is probably 1,000,000 times as fast. But back then, there was not a lot of memory. There wasn't a lot of processing power in those things. You know, looking back at them, but they did everything that anybody needed to.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, it's like all of us running around with a phone. We got away with it for how many years or how long without having that thing like it's you know.
That's the hip, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at the doctor's office the other day, and this woman was complaining. She worked for the hospital. And she said, I just came out of a meeting. She goes, I have like 80 emails. What is going on?
That's it.
Back to life these days. I mean, I talk to friends that are still in business. It's like it's crazy.
80?
Everything's email.
Can you see that number on my email down at the bottom?
Yeah.
Mine's a couple thousand.
36,000. But most of them are junk, and I've got multiple email addresses that I pull into that.
41C are looking over $500. The HP 71B around $400. HP, what's it say? 48GX around 200.
Yeah, and the good thing about HP is their collectors are very well connected. The one I was talking about earlier that went to France,
right?
I had a little bit of communication with the guy, and he had made me an offer, and it was too low, and I rejected it. And then somebody else bought it full asking price, and he said, "Oh, I saw that you sold it. Who'd you sell?" He said, "I probably know the person you sold it to." He didn't even know where it was going. He said, "I probably know the person you sold it to." They're that well connected. So old HP stuff is gold.
Hey, pay the regular price.
That's it. Well, it's
that's
like
nickel and dime if you know it's a market for it.
When I got that TI computer for $2 at that yard sale.
$2.
I sold it for 50. For $50.
The TI 99.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a cool machine.
I couldn't believe it. It was heavy as can be, and it came with 2 pieces of software. But as soon as they showed the guy who wanted it, he's like, "I'll take it right now." I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know if it worked. I don't care.
I don't care."
Okay.
I almost bought one. I saw one at my thrift store here locally about 2 months ago, and I passed on it. It didn't have the video cable, and it didn't have the power cord, and they still wanted $25 for it. I'm like, that's too risky for me, because that's not just a common power supply that you can go buy.
Exactly.
A lot of money.
Well, it's like when people they go and, oh, look, I found a Nintendo 64, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, you can't use a normal connection for the back of this to plug it in. No, you need that big huge box that goes into the back of the system. So he's found something. He's got something.
See what I started doing? I've got Ziploc bags for each system I would ever get.
Extra parts.
An AV cable, a power brick.
Yep.
And I've got one around here somewhere for the Nintendo 64.
I mean, it's so funny on how they have to use that brick. Just just my laptop right here. That's just the brick for my laptop.
Yeah, mine's bigger than that.
Are we getting into a size thing here?
We're gonna leave that one alone.
I tripped over it. Trip over that. Trip over the power supply. Trip over the surge protector.
It's the other thing that annoys me when you pop out the chat on YouTube with StreamYard. It seems to it doesn't stay up. Am I the only one who's having that issue?
Yeah, it doesn't stay with it. It drags.
Sync, right?
Yeah.
It minimizes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the next thing that these type companies are going to need to do is get that 20 seconds down to 5 or 10.
Yeah, because you were telling me last night, what, 30, 35 or 36 last night?
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure, and I don't know how big their data centers are, because all this stuff goes through their data centers computer wise, and then it gets sent to YouTube, and that's why you're seeing that delay.
Right.
And I because they're in beta, I don't know how big of a company that StreamYard is.
Right.
You know, they could be bootstrapping this business and filling up after the fact.
Yeah. Well, that's what Derek and I were saying. Even we just think it's just because also more and more people are getting and joining it. It's causing more and more delays as we go day by day.
And that a lot. Yeah. Because you keep on adding. Okay, say another 200 people added on to that base. You're gonna, of course, it's gonna slow the system down.
You want my opinion on the situation, and I don't want this to be taken wrong. It's not intended to be the way it may sound. I think they're making it so easy for people to stream that, like you're talking about with this, there's going to be so many people that jump on the platform. Mm-hmm. They may have to grow it. I think it's going to get rid of some of the people that don't have the knowledge. Right. And I don't mean that condescending. It's not meant that way.
Listen,
it's gonna get down to the people that have the knowledge, have the money to spend, and they may be doing all this on purpose for that period.
I think they're kind of like chumming the waters, and then when they get everybody else all using it, they'll start charging. If they charge $10 a month, if you have hundreds of thousands of people using it,
right? I mean, I don't mean it condescending. That I mean,
I've been in business long enough.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's it. I mean,
it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck. It's a duck. I got a very strong feeling with her charging.
Can't even put age on it anymore because listen, my 80-year-old father's been on online banking since it started. So sometimes it doesn't even matter. It's my 50. No, actually 60 now. My husband, who doesn't adhere to the new modern tech stuff. So it doesn't matter. Listen, I see it every day at work. We rolled out the digital mortgage where they can go on and do everything online. Mm-hmm. But there are even 30-year-old people that I'm selling houses for that want no part of that. They want to come in and sit down, and that's why we're a bank branch, and they want to do a face-to-face application. And some people don't want to adhere to the digital world.
Right.
Exactly. I know PNC, and I work for BBVA Compass as well. And they both are getting to the point where you can open up accounts right here.
Yeah.
There's no interaction from anybody and be approved and deposit, take the picture of your initial deposit and be done.
Yeah.
Was that Rocket Mortgage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting to the point where everything's going to be done that way. PNC had opened up very, very small branches that didn't even have people in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just have an ATM, and what else did they have?
It had some kind of video. I don't know a lot of the details. They were just rolling it out.
It's almost like the old Kodak little sheds.
Okay, right.
That's what it is.
Drop your film off.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down to. You're not going to have anything. You're just going to have the ATM, and you're probably going to have maybe one person in there just making sure that it's all filled and everything.
Right. Yep. That's the way we're going. I'll tell you, we had a branch open in Washington, D.C. Now, Chase has never even been to some of the states on the East Coast, believe it or not, and D.C. is one of them. And they just opened this virtual branch where basically it's just consultants like myself that are there to help and direct people, but there's no tellers.
Right.
There's recycled machines, which means if you come in and deposit $500, that could be coming out to the next person who withdraws $500. So the machine recycles the money, so it doesn't even need to be refilled as much as a regular ATM, because ATMs, when you take cash out, they don't
fill.
They don't refill. It manually has to be refilled. But that's the way of the future. It's going to be all about consulting in that center. We're having tablets installed around the branch where people can just go up to a tablet and do their business, and that's that's the way it's going to be.
And it's going to get more advanced than what you can do at an ATM machine.
Right.
Yeah, there are.
And I see that with being around here and being 90% Portuguese families that are originally from the homeland, they still have their money locked in their mattresses, buried in their mattresses. I mean, for them to go to a bank to try to pull money out or put money in, it's like a whole new, like going to a restaurant that they've never been to. They walk in and they have their eyes are looking all, and then they don't want to trust you. They'll come in with a whole bag of money in a pillowcase. And walk up with the rest of the family walking up to it. And I'm not being rude, but this is exactly how it is around here in my area.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. It's like, wow. Like, that's why sometimes when you clean out houses, and I tell
the bags of money.
Yeah, no, you
look at the mattresses.
Yeah, before you throw the mattresses out, especially on here, check the mattresses, because you never know. I did a house before I got sick. It was 2 blocks away from where I live now, and we were going through, we were cleaning out the house, and the lady's like, "Hold on a second." I'm like, "What?" She was just like, "Says, oh, your mom was one of those," and we lifted up the mattress, and in the box spring there was $575 in the mattress.
Okay.
So
we had the same kind of thing when my wife's grandmother died. She was in her 80s, and that's been 10 years ago. And cleaning out the house, you couldn't just take a book or a Bible and say, "Okay, put that in a box."
Money or something.
You never knew when there was going to be money in it. Or some family heirloom. It's not like they just had them in a box marked, "Here's $500 sitting up in the top of the closet."
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
I found a lot of money in books, because that's what I did for a long time, was books.
Yeah, you gotta look. That's why it's funny when you watched National Treasures. He's like, "Oh, look at page number 47 of this book," and sure enough, there's $500 sitting in the book.
Yeah,
they know. That's just that's how parents were back then. You always had money put aside, because you never know. Oh, if the bank has problems, and in the late 80s here in Rhode Island, we had the credit union crisis. All our credit unions shut down. Now, there was millions upon millions of dollars that people couldn't touch, and businesses went out of business, went under because of it.
Yeah.
Why is that? They're making bad loans or something?
Yeah, they were just. It was brutal.
Yeah.
My friend had a chroming company to re-chrome all body parts and everything from cars and all that. And one day he went over to go and get, and the credit union was shut down. And
holy cow,
he's like, "Now what do I do? I got cars that need to be done, and I can't do nothing." So
I don't think we're as far off as we think we are, where there's no cash.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Because the way technology is moving, and I hate to use the example of Bitcoin, but that's one example of the technology. And people may not like it because of the negative connotation it has, because of the black market that it's used for.
Right.
The technology behind it is incredible.
Well, I read something. I didn't read the whole article, but
this
something.
is your dollar bill right here.
Right.
This is
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you're already there.
Yeah.
In my reselling work, I use the Cash app. I use Venmo. I use
PayPal.
It's to the point where you sell something on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, do you take Venmo? Sure.
Yeah.
Do you take cash? Sure.
Yeah, friends and family.
I never a piece of dollar that touches anywhere for me.
Right.
Why do you use the apps as opposed to taking cash? Everybody says you should take only cash.
There's no risk.
Yeah.
There's no risk, but really?
That I'm aware of. I'm not.
Only if you take money orders.
Yeah, do not take money orders.
Take money orders. Such a
If
scam.
you take, I mean, Venmo or PayPal. I mean, I've heard things where PayPal's been hacked or eBay's been hacked.
Well, my opinion on that, the thing with PayPal, unless it's changed, And so you may know, I don't know if you do or not, but PayPal is not a bank.
Right.
It's not FDIC credited or whatever. So if I don't leave a lot of money in my PayPal. I have no reason to.
Right.
If PayPal goes under, my money's there.
I know. I should start transferring some stuff out. I keep money for shipping, but my shipping isn't that high anymore. So.
Right. And again, just because I do it doesn't mean that it's right.
Honestly, I keep it attached to my bank account, and if I'm short in there, it just sweeps it out of my bank account. I don't really keep, right now, I don't even think I have $8 probably in any 3 of my PayPal accounts.
Yeah, I need to start.
That's the best bet,
I should probably just keep $100 in there, cover my fees and shipping, and maybe $200.
And I've gotten in the habit too. If I have money in there, I pay my eBay fees. I just every day I pay my eBay fees just so I don't have that big bill at the end of the month.
At the end of the month, it comes out. Yeah.
I wish they would step up to the plate. In fact, Adam, if you talk to anybody when you go to eBay Open, that they need to do that. Just take the fees upon the sale. Period.
Yeah, like the other apps.
Look at the other platforms that are already doing it.
Yeah, they all do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, Macari, for example. When I list something, I know to the penny exactly what I'm gonna get, and when that sale goes through, that's exactly what I get.
Yeah,
right. We talked about that today in today's group. In today's group, exactly what we talked about. That
it's real time processing.
Yep.
Yeah, they shouldn't send you to $50. They should send you $50 less fees. Whatever the fees are.
Right. And if
fine with it.
Accounting wise, and where you sit for the day, the month, the year,
right,
you're right at it. And so, if you've ever watched your account your ledger, for lack of a better word, on eBay.
Right.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. I could sell something right now and have a charge show up 2 or 3 days later sometimes.
Yeah.
If I ship something FedEx, it's 6.
Oh, I hate that. All of a sudden, I'm like, why is my bill so high? And I forgot I shipped extra like 5 or 6 things last month on FedEx because they don't bill you right away for it.
Right.
They wait for they wait. Yep.
I don't ship a lot of FedEx, but I'm like you. Sometimes I'll pay my bill regularly just for that reason. But I can pay my bill, not sell something for a day or two, and my store fees are not due yet. And all of a sudden, I've got a $30, $40, $50 balance. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Shasha's asking if you get Shasha's asking if you pay eBay daily, you still get a monthly statement.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
It'll just show the credits, right?
Yeah, it takes it all down. So it checks and balances pretty much.
If you'll notice, if you got the store, you get your discount on your listings.
Mm-hmm.
And if sometimes you'll see it'll be a handful of days later that you get some of those credits that come through. It's odd. If it was real time,
that's a good point, Teresa. Maybe I'll get some of the powers that be. I'm just a little.
I would rather if I sell something for $49.99, and after shipping and after everything, I just want to know that I have my, $38 in there, whatever it is. I just want to know that's mine, and I don't have to worry that I got to pay this and that. I mean, we do it with that Amazon. Oh my God, Poshmark, whatever they give me is my money, period.
Right. You're right, Marrakesh. I don't know why if somebody you accept an offer, it should be buy it now. It should be immediate pay. I don't know why they give them 3-4 days to pay that.
I think regardless, it should be immediate pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I'm a user on eBay, they're more than likely got my PayPal information.
Right.
The two biggest complaints personally that I have about eBay is their payment system, like we're talking about.
Right.
And they need to clean up their listing process.
And cancel on their savings on their postage too.
It's too much.
Yeah.
If I list something on Poshmark, I list something on Macari, I can list something on those 2 platforms.
Oh
in a
yeah.
matter of seconds.
Right.
eBay is too much.
Right.
Even Amazon, I can scan a barcode and be done.
Yeah.
True.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We'll tell Adam will be turning everybody's ear.
Yeah, I can watch the video. I can watch it when I get to my hotel room. Let me take notes.
Their spreadsheets are too big for. So
I'll talk to Devin. Yeah, like he's going to talk to me, the CEO.
I can see that now. Who the heck are you?
They got rid of the marketing guy. He was in the video. I forget his name. They got rid of him.
I'm going to hear something funny. I haven't done this in a while. I've been playing around with my store because it's just, sales where they are.
Right.
So I go and I say, all right, I had originally been running sales. I said, you know what, from now on, for the next month, I'm not going to run any sales, but I'm going to do best offer on every single thing in my store, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that actually helped. But I got a best offer on something. I had a pair of Dundee holiday bears that I had, and they were listed $49.99 because I knew if I took a best offer, it was going to be less than that, and I included shipping. I got a best offer for $50.
$50 from a listed at $49.99.
Yeah.
and typically, if you get an offer that's higher than your asking price,
yeah,
that's a red flag for a scam.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why are you going to take it $50 when it's $49.99?
Well, I accepted the offer, but they haven't paid, so we'll see.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's one thing I've been pretty standard on. I've always included best offer. You know, some people don't like it because you get low ball offers, but you know.
Well, you can set the parameters too. You can set the really low ball.
No, I never do. I want to know.
You always counter doing that either, because I've heard, and again, not that I'm the golden standard here, but I've heard people say that if it automatically rejects, it's not as good as you counter offering.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's interaction. I mean, I think Cassini's going to give you credit, but I don't feel like dealing. If somebody's going to offer me, $5 on a $40 item, I didn't want to deal with them.
You know what? I had one tonight. $21.47 was the price out there. They offered $11. I came back at 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was high to begin with, so you know.
And you know, when you're talking about offers like this, one thing that helped me is not thinking about what is it worth. Sometimes, you know, if I'm gonna take an offer, don't worry about sometimes what it's worth. How much do I have in this item? Right. If I sold at this price point, am I still gonna make okay money?
Right.
What is my situation during the month? Are my sales slow? Do I need to get some traction by selling something? You know.
Well, that's true. That kind of moves the dial. If you have an offer, or you sell something, or you list something, it kind of gets activity. Tony said the same thing. If he gets an offer higher than asking, he knows it's a scam.
Yeah,
it's usually from another country.
I mean, no, they're not from another country, but they only have like 3 or 4 feet. Like they don't have a lot of feedback. Right. I don't know if they just. I don't know, but if they don't pay by tomorrow, believe me, I'll.
Yeah.
You know, I also got to consider how long I've had an item. You know, when I'm going through an offer situation.
Yeah.
And you've been hitting like years.
I've had 2 items in the last 2 weeks that have been over 1.5 years, 2 years old in my store.
Are you sold?
So,
yeah.
Offers.
I had a pretty aggressive sale running at the time, so they must have just hit a price point that it was attractive to somebody.
Yeah.
And it was so funny when I saw the sale. I'm like, I remember the item, but when I first started, I was taking pictures on my laminate flooring. This was the hardwood look,
right?
Before I got my lighting kit and all that, and I was like,
so you know how old you're looking.
At least 2 years, because that's when I started taking pictures like that.
Right.
I still take crappy pictures. I'm so bad.
I mean, pictures are important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think a good product priced the right way with the right title.
Mm-hmm.
And if it has
that's my problem. I don't think mine's pricing. I think it's the product selection.
Well, if you're in clothing, I heard what you said earlier about knowing some of the mainstream brands.
Right.
The problem is using Ralph Lauren polo, for example.
Yeah. I have a polo shirt that's like $14 with free shipping. I can't give it away.
Right. If you look back 1.5 years, 2 years ago, that would have been decent money. That'd been a $25 shirt most of the day.
Yeah, I got a 14 with free shipping, and I have nothing.
Yeah.
You want my opinion on that? The problem is that people are putting out these BOLO lists, and then everybody is flocking to that, and they're oversaturating the market.
Right.
I
mean, I think I paid like $3.50 or $4. So I mean,
right.
It cost me $4 of shipping plus fees, so I'm in like $8-9.
and that's why we had that discussion the other day on our show that. So what you think that not what everybody is going for? What are the oddball things that you're looking for? You know, like you said, you walked by that the cassette player because you thought, oh, it's governmental, but after so many once that sticker comes off, then it's not a government anymore.
Right.
You know, because they dropped them after a while. They just sell them off, but And you say in some of the board games, I mean, I remember I'm sitting there going crossbows and catapults. I have a couple of pieces sitting on my desk, and I'm like, yeah, crossbows and catapults. I love that game.
I mean, another thing on the clothing side, Adam, ties used to be a good market.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better than it is now. I think that's something.
Yeah, $10 is the most you can get out of a tie if you're lucky.
I said on Jerry Garcia ties, brand new. I've had them for like 2 years. I bought them like Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I think I actually bought them on Thanksgiving. I went there actually on Thanksgiving night. And I think I got like $13 with free shipping. And I paid like $8 or $9 for them like 2 years ago.
Yeah. We have two crazy people in the chat now. We have Alex
here.
Alex and Harlan. Harlan, when are you leaving? You said you're leaving Saturday for Vegas?
He's getting on his personal jet. I think they're getting on right out there outside of a
personal jet.
right outside of
No, he's using the Alabama police department's.
I was going to say the Chipsmobile.
Yeah, Officer Dingle's plane.
Well, then Scott left Monday morning, right?
Scott's already gone.
Yeah,
he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott had to go to Firestone because he had a flat tire.
Yeah, I know. He already got a flat tire already. Poor Scott. Yeah.
Is a tire anything like a tire?
Tire.
$1 bill, y'all.
I'll pay you $1.
How much that tire cost? How many dollars?
Every time in the chat, all the time. How many dollars? Stop asking for people for dollars.
It's only $20.
The difference between, I think, Derek's accent and my accent. He just does the R's like a little bit different.
I don't do R's. That's the problem.
I don't
We don't do R's.
What were you saying, Marquez? Wilson Geiger always so fast, very strong. Vintage brand name for men's clothing. Okay.
And I don't want anybody to think that because I was saying that about the polo, that's
no. And the same thing with Tommy Bahama. You can't give Tommy Bahama away now.
I mean, it's not clothing in general. You just got to be more selective. You got to find out the new brands. Styles change.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, I probably got half to 3/4 of a box of Ralph Lauren stuff sitting somewhere that never got listed. But the good thing is it's all 2X and 3X stuff. I never picked up the large.
Yeah, big sizes. That's a big thing. I know we bought a hoarder house basically of clothes, and she wore 3X, 4X, and 5X, brand new, sealed. I paid maybe $2 or $3 a piece, and I made my money tenfold over, and still have stuff.
Large stuff sells for sure because the larger sizes, both men's and women, sometimes the not the quality, the design sense in some of that stuff is not
right.
Not like the average sizes. Yeah.
No, and I don't mean this to insult anybody either, but a lot of those people don't want to leave the house to go out and shop and try stuff on. If they know their size is 5X, they're going to buy 5X online because
Let me.
Now, did you get any of your stuff yet, T?
No, nothing at all. And I hope it doesn't come tomorrow because my husband's off.
$1.
Yeah. The other one's pretty cool. The Avengers one.
I like this one.
Yeah.
$1.
Nice.
But that's the way to do it. I mean, those shirts later on, I mean, they're going to go up. You're going to get more than $1 for them.
Yeah, I mean, if they had mostly kid size, and I was just trying to get at it. I had to pay $16 for old man socks because my legs are holding fluid. So my podiatrist says, you better get their support hose because you're going to have a problem on that plane.
Oh yeah.
So $16 for a pair of socks.
My wife every day to work.
Pardon me?
Make sure you get the control top ones.
No. My belly's too big.
I'm kidding.
My wife wears them to work every day because she walks around to work all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I waitressed, I always wore those tight because you get varicose veins when you get older.
Well, I have varicose veins. That's that.
Yeah.
But talking about being on your feet all the time, I'm sure a lot of people know, but Dansko, brand is used, great for nurses, great for people that are on. They sell really well.
Right.
And you really don't have to worry about condition. As long as they're in reasonable shape, you should get really good
money for them. Right, exactly.
And I think that's one that even if it's the market's flooded, they still sell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I feel the same way with dry fit. Whatever I seem to put up there, anything that's dry fit, that sells.
I've had a pair of Nike dry fit women
like that
I've had for 3 years.
Maybe the price right.
And that was something I was going to ask. You know,
Yeah, I have to check. I think it's cheap. I think I like $15 with free shipping. They're women's warm up pants, but they're extra long or something, extra large long. I think.
Derek may be looking for some of those.
That's actually a size that should sell too.
That's why I figured it's a weird size.
Yeah.
Extra long, extra large, tall, or something, some crazy size.
Right. XLT.
Right.
How often do you go back and recomp your products?
I used to adjust my prices every month. Now with this good till cancel, I haven't, but I should get back in the habit.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Not the amount of time, because say I list a pair, you know, the Ralph Lauren polo shirt, using that as an example. Forget about what the market is. I pick up a 3XL.
Check solds, right?
Big logo. You know, there's some for $35. I'll list mine for $29.99. That was a year ago, and I just let it float. Good till cancel. I haven't changed the price. Right now, that one's probably a $14 or $15 free shipping.
Right.
You can't leave it out there overpriced. You know, you've got to adjust. I don't know what the right period is. It may be different for different people, but you got to recomp your stuff.
Now you got me curious.
And you know what, Adam, you're going now to Vegas, but when you come back, you should seriously consider do you put anything on sale?
From time to time, what I have been doing, just lowering the price, but it's
right. You know what? You're better
off
off actually raising the prices. I sometimes take
putting on sale. You're right.
And I go and increase 30%, and then I put them on sale for 25%, and I have sales.
You're right.
Because people like seeing the red, it's 25%.
You're right. Yeah, I should. Yeah. I just been pretty much running promotions, but not sales. Yeah.
It's also activity in your store, especially if you're not doing a lot of listing.
I don't do hardly anything in clothing. If I do, it'll be like sports uniforms or anything branded, football, baseball. Most it's all toys. Right. So with my stuff, it's okay. If somebody's really looking for this, they're gonna buy it.
Right. You're in a different category though. That's the long tail. You know, that's something that you got to have a specific buyer for.
Right. Exactly.
But I really, and I've said it a couple of times, I'm a firm believer in this, that if you source the right products and price them appropriately, they will sell.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a pair.
You not get what you want for them, but you just like those 2 items I had out there for 2+ years, they finally hit the what the market was bearing for those items.
Right.
I may have had them overpriced.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, I'm not saying go buy this label and price it for $19.99 and expect to sell it. You know,
right.
You just got to find out what the market bears, and that could change. Some products that changes it once in a year. Some products that changes once every 2 months. eBay is it's not like it was back in the 90s where you just listed something and you forget about it and it sells. And if you're selling 30%, 40% of your stock, you're in good shape.
Right.
There's so much there was competition back then.
You're right.
I'm curious to see what the numbers were as sellers then compared to now.
Yeah.
Well, it was $15.99, dropping it to $14.99 for that polo shirt with free shipping.
Yeah. But instead of going in and modifying the price, run a promotion.
Right.
And typically, the way I do it, and again, not telling people how to do things, but the way I do it is I run my promotions, both my promoted listings and my promotions, for 48 hours at a time.
Look at Harley. If you source it, people will come.
Exactly.
Unless you're in Huntsville, then they don't go up that high.
Oh, jeez. That's funny.
What's up, Tom?
Like I said, I've been trying to look for other stuff to sell, but it's just, it's not getting out of my comfort zone. It's just not knowing the products.
Well, you up in New England, you should probably have a lot of hard goods like crystal and bowls, and Pyrex is a big thing. I do a lot of Pyrex.
Yeah, Pyrex, high C bowls and stuff like that. I mean, we get a lot of that around here. It's just
the blue travel Corningware. I just sold. I can't even believe what I got for this roasting pan. I picked it up, I think, for $5 at a yard sale. It's the blue corn flour. It was still in the original box, but she had used it. I cleaned it up nice, but there was still some marks on it.
You didn't yell at her, Adam. She said $5.
She's from New York.
I got $70 for it. I mean, that's amazing for $5.
Exactly.
How do you say WATER?
Water.
I say water.
Yeah.
Water.
Well, you know, I say wash, honey, because my mom was born in the Bronx, so I have that part of that Bronxite kind of.
Yo, Joey, I'm over here. You know what I'm talking about?
Say water.
I'm Brooklyn. I'm not Italian. I'm Irish Catholic. I'm not Italian.
But we need to get T and Krillin in a chat one night.
Oh, they're not that far away from each other.
Krillin's on Long Island.
Yeah, Krillin's got to put on a t-shirt. Stop wearing those
white.
Where is Krillin? What part is he?
Somewhere in Long Island. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think he's in Suffolk County.
Oh, he's in Suffolk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek, you said getting out of your comfort zone. That brings up a good point, and I fell victim to it myself. Talking about people starting to sell, they sell what they know, you know, but it's a situation where I found myself sourcing things that I know or sourcing things that I liked. Right. Just because I like something doesn't mean that a buyer is going to like it.
True.
You know, you got to look at, you know, and it's hard to get out of that mindset because that's where your knowledge is. Your knowledge when you first start is in what you know.
Mm-hmm. Like I like Polo, I like Nautica, but that doesn't mean it's going to sell.
Right. And it's hard to get out of that mindset of what you like. It's not about what I like. It's would a buyer like this.
Right.
Well, that's why I've been really, every time I go shopping or yard sales, I'm looking more and more at sneakers like Vans.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I mean, you have to be careful with the Jordans and all that type of stuff.
They're knockoffs a lot, right?
Yeah. Well, not just that. You have to make sure that they're not knockoffs. And there's so many
knockoffs a lot.
Yeah, because even when I try to put one on Facebook Marketplace, and they won't even let you put Jordan on
because there's so many,
right. So, but I
know that Facebook Marketplace won't let you sell Jordans.
They will, but you can't put Jordan in the title.
Really?
It's going to be 102 here Saturday, Harlan.
Yeah, you have to put in high top sneaker, and just it puts a picture.
The picture of it, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
They're really starting. If you're using actual names now, that certain names that they won't let you use anymore. It's almost like eBay with Velcro. You can't use Velcro.
Hook and loop.
Yeah.
Heck is a hook and loop.
So how do I legitimately sell some Velcro that has the brand name Velcro on it?
You don't. You just say hook and loop.
But it's not hook and loop. It is a
yeah. I seen that and I'm like, what the heck? It's not hook and loop.
No,
right.
But it's the Velcro brand. I scan the UPC. It is not that I do that. I'm just
say Velcro.
Yeah, I have a pile of it myself, and it's like, well, how do I sell it? I don't know, sticky stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harlan, Crystal was on a couple of chats today. She said it was like 105, 107, but it was nasty here today.
It's going to be 109 heat index here in Rhode Island on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's going to be 100.
It got so hot in here when I walked to my house, and I've been running my air conditioning since like April. It was like 75 in here because it's an old air conditioner. Luckily, I still have a wall unit. I turned the wall unit on.
Right.
I mean, I literally was sitting at this desk and sweat was just pouring off my forehead as I was trying to upload the, schedule a live stream. My sweat's just like pouring off my head. It's like, but the air on, what the heck's going on here? But I have all windows, old doors, old air conditioning.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. I don't know if you saw it in the chat earlier. The way you sit, a lot of times, the window behind you. I happened to look up a minute ago.
You look like you have a
outline of that. The drapery was perfectly centered around your head.
Yeah.
I was like, is he doing that on purpose, or is it just a matter of?
Usually you're higher up and looking down.
Yeah, my back's bothering me, so I've been leaning forward.
It's not a problem. I just noticed. I'm like, wow, I have never noticed that before.
Well, it's like the other day.
This is 1980s kind of junk.
It was like the other day.
You can see my bed was all roses.
And I put my leg up like this, but I had shorts on. And I says, "Oh, I'm acting like Craig." And I think you said, "Oh, you're showing leg today." So I turned around and shook my booty, and Darlene went nuts. She's like, "Oh,
crazy."
Stop using air conditioner. You got a dehumidifier. Well, yeah, when I was the issue too, I had Michelle. I had to put a that's the other issue. I put a sump pump in my garage because I'm on the end, and these homes were built on like swampland because there's a river right like about 100 yards from here. So then what happened was we had all that rain in the spring, and I have a ceiling fan in the living room, and it got a little tiny crack from the ceiling fan, and now it's like spidered all over the place.
Yep.
Because we had so much rain in the house.
Here in New Jersey.
It's like 70 some years old. Still settling.
Yep. So Hetty just had that storm, so that's another one that's coming this way.
Yeah, it's coming here and now.
All right, somebody mentioned, Michelle mentioned a dehumidifier. I got a question. I want the chat and I want the panel to answer as well. What would win if I put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in the same room? Which one would win?
Humidifier.
You think?
I think so.
I don't know. The only reason I asked that, there was a comedian, that was one of his jokes.
I was running jokes.
Yeah.
Who was it? That's
Well, my mother had dehumidifier for like 15 years. It's like she didn't want to spend the thousands of dollars for a sump pump is what we needed.
Right.
Now the basement doesn't sell musty, but the house is still settling.
Yeah, it's just the situation is, I mean, we had one at the other apartment that we had, and we had the dehumidifier downstairs, and we had it set to a pump shooting it out. To
So pump right down to the wash tubs or whatever.
Yeah. Because it was literally, if I had to empty it, I would have to empty it every 4 hours. That's how much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the humidity's up here, my humidifier in the basement fills up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If y'all like stand-up comedy, watch Stephen Wright.
Oh, Stephen Wright.
I like Stephen Wright. Yep.
He is hilarious, and he's the one that I had to Google it because I couldn't remember. He said, for my birthday, I got a humidifier and a dehumidifier. I put them in the same room and let them fight it out. He's hilarious.
You have 12 dehumidifiers at work. What? I thought you were a police officer, Harlan. What are you doing something else?
No, that's a joke.
That's a joke.
Oh my God!
I thought he seemed too nice for a cop, but there are some nice cops out there.
That's the Officer Dingle joke. Every time he goes to a yard sale,
one of the good cops. I didn't know.
Every time he goes to the yard sale, that was the whole thing with Scott and him at a yard sale. That's why when he went for that yard sale and he bought that PS3, and Scott paid for his, and he almost walked away without paying it. The lady was like, "Oh, excuse me, you haven't paid for yours." And Scott's going, Officer Dingle, he's not doing it. He's going to go to prison. That was the joke. Remember that, T? That was hilarious.
I figured he was one of the good cops. I didn't know.
No. He does electric parts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you got all that time off. I figured, hey, he's a city employee. You got a lot of time off.
My God. See, Harlan, you can pull it off so well.
He looks clean cut, you know.
That's why the joke happened, because he is so clean cut and his shoes are proper and everything.
Right.
So he's an electronic technician.
Your electrician technician sometimes makes you okay.
I'm gonna have nightmares
tonight. Like a cop, I took off from there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight after hearing the word Harlan's name and the word moist in the same sentence.
Oh no.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, when he ever came out with you, I don't know if you were on with us that one night when he came walking out and he had that clown mask on.
Yeah.
He scared the living daylights out of everybody.
No, I just remember when he came walking out in the uniform with this, wasn't it skirt on or something? I can't even remember now.
No, I think that was Pat, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
When I've removed the memory of Harlan walking out in the cop uniform for
Craig. Sorry, Craig.
So who was Officer Dingle? Is that from a movie or something, or what is that?
It's just a name they came up with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody who would have been in one of those,
That's what I figured. Yeah, because I don't really know.
Type of, modern day.
What was his name on Car 54? It was Reno 911. See, he said Reno 911.
Okay.
So
it was okay.
Yeah, I've been watching that one.
Television show. See, all I know is it was Tootie from
Tootie.
Where are you? That's all I can think of.
Tootie was on Facts of Life.
I'm just gonna say Tootie.
That was the other Tootie.
All right. There was Tootie. Who else was on there? Facts of Life. Come on.
Blair
was the blonde.
I had a little bit of crush on Blair back in the day.
Joe.
Joe was the tomboy that used
Joe would take your rear end, man. She don't mess around.
What was the mom or the maid or whatever?
Garrett, Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs.
Garrett.
Garrett.
That's right.
And then it was Natalie.
All this stuff.
And it was Natalie too.
Natalie, right.
Yep.
Wow.
And there was a lot of people that made appearances.
Joe was the hot one.
What? Joe was the hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Harlan likes the tomboy type.
Yeah, I didn't care. I typically like dark-haired women, but I didn't. Yeah.
She was dark-haired.
Yeah, but she kicked my rear end.
That's right, George Clooney. Do you remember the part that he was in? He played her boyfriend on the show.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Well, half those guys are on those soap operas.
Yep.
You know.
Well, we laughed because George Clooney started on.
Where what's her name came from? Kelly and her husband. Kelly Ripa and her husband. They were on the soaps.
Mm-hmm.
That was All My Children.
All My Children.
All My Children.
Oh, she should have her own show, Derek. Watch it faithfully.
She used to watch it faithfully. Yep.
I did too. I used to watch General Hospital and All My Children. General Hospital. All these
Laura.
General Hospital with Luke and Laura. I still
Luke
have
and Laura, right? Yep.
Dr. Noah Drake.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Right.
Rick Springfield.
There you go. See? Yep.
Jesse's girl.
Yep. But yeah, no, they let's see how good everybody is. Did you know that George Clooney was on a TV show called ER before the TV show ER?
First Lieutenant Dingo 911. That was my costume. Okay.
Did not know that.
No.
Yeah, there was a TV show called ER.
Yeah.
It was a small little community.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it too.
He started as a custodian, then started helping everybody, and then they liked him so much that then when the ER started, boom, there you go.
Oh.
Small. It must have been in Rhode Island.
No, I think it was in Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah. We have a big ER in Rhode Island.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have one of the biggest trauma centers in us in Boston. And then the closest one is New York from there. We enlarge the one in Connecticut too, Yale. So
yeah, I don't know if you saw my video I played earlier, Harlan. I had a little. I took pictures of different things, and one of them was on Fremont Street, and there was a picture of the zip line.
He dares him to wear that. I would do it, Harlan.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Itchy was supposed to do it last year. Didn't do it.
Yeah, Harlan's leaving Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Scott said he's doing it too, right? Didn't Scott say he was going to do it?
Yeah, he was going to do it, but I didn't think he was going to. I don't know if he's going to get dressed up.
All right, you got to let me know when you guys. I got to get one of your phone numbers. So when you guys go down, I want to go down and watch it.
Slotzilla.
Yep.
But yeah, we've had two Coast Guard helicopters and two Blackhawks land on our emergency room helipad.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. We are a level 1 trauma center, and trust me, the new ER. I worked in the old ER, and man, we've had some major things come through. And remember, we had that big station nightclub fire that we yeah. So.
I saw the Patriots out of
Is that where you used to work in the hospital, Derek?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, during that time I was there September 11th and everything. I came home right from work and we were on 24-hour call, and Dina was pregnant with Kyle, and I woke her up and she's like, "What's the matter?" And that's when the second plane hit. That was just so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing how we all remember where we were.
Let me highlight this so we can see Mr. Harlan here.
Oh no.
No, there's nothing wrong.
No, I'm joking.
You see it?
There it is.
Yep, there's a zip line. Yep.
Slotzilla.
Yep. So let's see. You gonna get on there too, Adam?
No. Here you go. Here's the one where you're strapped in.
Oh yeah, flying like Superman.
Right.
Yep. I want to see him as doing his officer and go. That'd be cool.
Here's where I met Bruce Willis.
Okay, Anthony's game.
Yeah, the wax.
Yeah. Okay.
Man of Trousseau's.
Yeah, talking about New York, I was pretty lucky with 9/11. I was working in Liberty Plaza, which is right next to the towers. 2 weeks prior to that, and I came home like, whoa! I was there 2 weeks ago. It was kind of not that I don't want any sympathy or anything like that, but it was kind of eye opening from a real far distance, you know.
Yeah. Well, I was training at the time, and I was in not in that day. I was
You were out. Yeah.
different location, but yeah, I worked at 1CMP, which is now, I don't even know what the address is anymore. It's like Liberty. Because we sold the building, but it was a Chase building. It was 1CMP.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that they had to evacuate because it was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lowest point in Manhattan is the vault in that was in that bank. It's
In the
like
bank.
5
Down.
levels below sea level or whatever. It's a bomb shelter. It literally is a bomb shelter. But that's the one where the 2 and the 3 come right underneath there.
Yeah.
At Wall Street. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Trinity, not Trinity. I keep on saying Trinity because Trinity's around here.
Yeah. No, but there is a Trinity Street.
And Trinity, yeah, in New York. I know. It's the original Wall. It's the original Wall Street, and but yeah, my kid. You don't know how bad they leave in 2 weeks to go to northern New York to go and look at a couple of colleges, but he wants to live in New York so bad. I'm like, I just don't want. He wants to be in the city. He doesn't want to be. I'm like, I don't want
in Hoboken or anything. He wants to actually be in New York City.
I would never want to live in Hoboken. What are you kidding?
Does he realize what the cost of living is?
I know the cost of living is.
He does. He does. He actually does. He's been 2 times this year. 2 times this year, 3 times last year. He loves it, and he did some time. They went to Brooklyn this time. He's been to Manhattan a lot, and it's just like he just.
Which son is that?
Kyle.
Okay.
Because he wants to go to. He wants to.
Who wants to be a meteorologist? Is that Kyle?
That's Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's
doing an summer intern job.
Yeah. Yep. With the news station. Yep. Cool. And so he wants to.
Well, he's gonna have to go wherever to get a job. He's gonna have to go wherever.
Is that what he's in? Is he in broadcasting?
He wants to be a meteorologist.
Okay.
And he's going to be a senior. He's a senior this year at high school. What they do
anywhere yet?
What's that?
You apply in your junior year, right?
Yeah, that's why they're going. They already looked at SUNY Oswego.
Oswego, you said, yeah.
Yeah, and Albany. So they're going to go up and look at the schools.
I guess Syracuse is probably about $60,000 a year.
Well, what happens is SUNY Oswego uses Syracuse.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Cool.
So for their meteorology, so
probably half the price, right?
I was just going to say that you're going to a good school,
crazy,
getting a Division I school education.
Well, that's good. How far away is it from Syracuse?
No, it's only an hour. Not even an hour.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they it's 4 hours from here.
Well, they do like their regular undergraduate work out there, and then they transfer over to Syracuse, or
yeah.
Cool.
He wants to be a meteorologist.
No time did I ever ask a meteorologist where his degree was from. Remember that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a doctor and you're a lawyer and it's hanging on your wall and it says, you know, Yale, Hofstra, whatever,
right.
Great. Yeah. But when you're a meteorologist or anything else, they're not really looking at that, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to look at you have to look at Al Roker graduated from SUNY Oswego.
Right.
So he's doing wonders for his career. I mean, Dylan Dreyer started in Boston. I mean, so we've known Dylan Dreyer for a while because she's been around the area. But a lot of the people that live around here still went to Plymouth State in New Hampshire, Rutgers. I mean, they're all. Well, he's even looking at Rutgers too. So.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at Rutgers. That's why I graduated. I had to go to Camden. I had to go local. I couldn't.
Yeah, But he's still looking. But what the school does, because he goes to a Catholic school, they have senior experience, and you have to get an internship with someone, and he's got one with the TV station. So
now, can he do that during the regular school year, or is he just
what they do is they give him Mondays off from school, and that's what they do.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's great.
Yeah, because at first he was like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna be behind, just trying to do all the paperwork and all the computers and everything. I don't want to be on TV. And then all of a sudden he went and he went and actually met a couple of the meteorologists at the station. And he's like, dude, I want to be in front of his green screen. I want to do this. This is fun, you know. So
hopefully he's good at making educated guesses, because that's about all they do.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, but
I can predict how much so we're going to get this as well as they can.
Well, here's a funny joke, because it's not a joke, it's actual truth.
Right.
Last year we were supposed to get that blizzard that was supposed to be 16, 17 inches of snow. Right. All the schools closed, everything. His best friend at school is best friends with the chief meteorologist of one of the TV stations. He talked to him on the phone personally and said, we're not going to get this storm. We're going to get maybe an inch. Right?
The kid did, or a meteorologist?
My son told the meteorologist, you're wrong. We're going to get about a half an inch to an inch of snow. What happens? We get a half an inch to an inch of snow.
I think we got like 3 or 4 inches in that big one.
They
closed everything.
He called Kyle and apologized and said that you were right. And then he went on national TV and apologized that that's what he said. So,
hi,
right?
Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Joy.
But no, he sits outside when a storm comes. He watches the clouds. He wants to know a lot about it.
I'll be right back.
And then, of course, you got Officer Dingle. I have my other one that's over here next to me that wants to be a
I want to see how to do that on the zip line.
That's gonna be so fun, man.
I got to get down there when those guys are doing. I got to see somebody do it. I know.
They close schools in advance in Alabama if an inch is predicted. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
the last couple of storms they over predicted here.
Right.
Remember, they definitely did.
Right, stop.
So that's what they did too here around here.
Every time I hit that, the AC goes off.
So, but I think he likes it. He's been doing this since he was like 5 years old.
Really?
So yeah,
the old saying is, if you love something, it's not a job. It's
right. Well, that's it. That's how he sees it. Is
yeah.
I mean,
if he loves doing it, he's going to get paid to do it.
Right. He's got like seven apps on his phone, and he's constantly at school. They even ask him, okay, because we had a guy, John Giossi. He was like the well-known weatherman for like 30 years here, and they call him Kyle Giossi. Okay, Kyle, what's the weather going to be like for tonight? Yeah.
That's funny.
But at least to know something like that, I mean, it's fun. I mean, at least he gets to people understand it, and people will look to him and say, "Hey, listen, you're 17 years old and you're predicting it pretty well, So, I mean, if he was living in Florida, that'd be a different story. All right, it's going to be 80 degrees.
It's going to rain. It's going to clear up.
We're going to probably get about a 10-minute rainstorm here and there. Yeah, exactly.
The sun will come out.
Yep. But sometimes around from Carolina up, it's so tricky.
And sometimes when they have the different systems merge, from the ocean, how much it goes over the ocean, picks up moisture, and
right.
And look, Glenn's in the house. Even his storm the other day was kind of unpredictable when they.
He was fortunate.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting now. We're getting the aftermath of that.
Is that what this is? Okay. Yeah, it's pouring right now here. Pouring.
Yeah. Kid Steals and More says he wants to go to Vegas just to see Harlan's on the zip line.
See? I told you. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be so cool. See, yes, if he doesn't do it, get Scott with the video camera doing it.
Scott. GoPro up there.
Yeah, Yeah. Come on, you know they're not going there for the for any of the classes.
I'll probably do 4 or 5 classes. I'm there to network and to have a good time. I'm just
right, and I think that's what 90% of the people are going to be there for. And you're funny with Nate, not Nate, Redneck.
She's not going this year.
He's not going this year.
Oh, Nate's not going. No.
He's
everywhere when he was there.
He is so funny. You're like, oh, he's following me. Oh, he's following me.
I'm turning around. He was like right in front of me. Every seminar he was there.
He likes you, Adam.
Heavy, yeah, the storm is very bad. It sounds very bad out there right now. The wind, the thunder, the rain. Yeah.
It's going to be like that all day here tomorrow. And then here comes the heat and humidity.
On Saturday.
Yeah,
100. Die on Sunday. When I got to go to the airport, and I park at the airport. I don't do these shit because I have a problem with my car. My car seat is busted up.
Yeah.
So I can't have like a valet guy kind of drive the car, So I'm going to do it.
Colin said he's going to take the costume and he's going to zip line either way. So he just has to get the nerve to wear the costume.
Wear the costume? Okay.
Come on, Harlan.
Casey the Rockstar said he was going to do it last year and never went. And then they went down. They went all over the place. And they were partying. I don't drink anymore, but everywhere they went, I was never involved in it. It's like, yeah,
you got to do it, buddy. You got to do it. That's what we're talking about, Fremont Street.
Yeah, Fremont Street. Yep.
That's where this is.
Yep.
No, because Kids Deals and More is like, have you been on? That's where
we're talking about. Yeah, I showed a picture earlier with the
Slotmania.
Slotmania. I like that Main Street station. That's a neat casino. The slots are a little loose. The buffet's good. And if you guys that like brew, microbrews, they have a brew club there.
Yeah,
they're in happy hours. It's nice.
I have friends that live out there that we know, and it's like to go out there and ask to hang, but I don't think they would mind. They'd be like, heck yeah, come on now, but
right.
You are going to go to the toy store, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you got to message me that information.
Toy Shack. Yep.
I'll put it on my phone.
Yeah.
Can I get to that right off? It's right on the trip. You said.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not at the Caesars though, right? You said he has 2 stores.
No. Yeah. So he's so funny.
I can't do much walking. So
right. But if he's there, and you'll know if he's there because people will be talking to him. Right. If he's there, Johnny's an amazing guy, and he'll talk to you. Just be like, look, I know I'm friends with Derek, and
I can get you on Messenger on.
Yeah.
Chat with.
I'll be like, hey, Johnny, it's Derek. He'll be like, oh, yo, what's up?
Yo, Johnny, I got something to show you. Here's your boy.
He'll be like, oh my God, it's my boy all the way in Rhode Island. Yeah. Oh man, yep, he is mad cool. And especially, like I said, to live in Vegas and to have a toy store that he has, and the price is a little bit higher, but I mean, but really, I mean, I've looked at a lot of his prices, and he's asked me certain questions on cars and stuff like that, but he's comparable to what's selling now, so you can't complain. No.
Now, is he originally from here, Derek?
What's that?
Is he originally from here?
No,
how do you know
him? He's come to a couple of our diecast shows.
Oh, okay.
And we met each other, and we really hit it off well, and we all had lunch and stuff like that. And he's like, dude, just hit me up if you're ever in Vegas, and we constantly talk on Facebook. And he was in he just did that movie with Clint Eastwood. He was in that movie, and he was in the first Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, okay.
So we talk about that all the time, and so. What's Carlin saying that if he might make some money then if he wears the outfit?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna walk around Fremont Street and try to get tips?
I don't know. Kids Deal More is saying he's gonna fit right in if he wears the costume.
Yeah, right.
You may get more than you bargained for if you do that.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
You may get one of those gifts that keep on giving.
Oh God.
Craziness.
Yeah. So I when I go out, I want to go over to Counts Customs. I want to go and see.
Yeah, I would like to go in there
Rick's Restoration. I don't even know if he's open anymore.
I don't know.
And haven't seen him. The Diesel brothers are out there. There's a lot of people out there now that have moved out there. So, but
I'm too dangerous if I live in a place like that. I like to gamble.
see, that's my problem is I don't gamble. My mom and dad got us a Christmas gift to go to Foxwoods Casino, and I'm not a big casino guy, but because they have the outlets there, so we just walked around the outlets, and then they gave us $20 in free coins, so we just went and we made our money back. I was like, okay,
huh?
Yeah, that was good. I'm all set. So
no, see, not me. My husband and I honeymooned in Vegas. That's how much we both like to gamble.
That's a good movie. I love that movie, Honeymoon in Vegas.
Never been to Vegas.
A bunch of casinos here, like even locally, like in Queens and on Long Island, but they're all that video stuff, and I don't like that video crap.
Yeah,
you're
not that far away from
Atlantic City
and Mohican.
Foxwoods, yeah. Oh, believe me, for years I was comped in Atlantic City. I've had
the racetrack ones are kind of junky, right?
Yeah, the one in Queens isn't terrible, but again, it's all, there's no dealers. It's all electronic poker,
blackjack, and okay.
And see, I like the table games. I like the real dealer on a roulette or a blackjack table. I am not.
Yeah. She like had the pit boss walking around her.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Mr. Reese, can I get you anything?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll never forget the first time Pit Boys came up to me and said, "You girls staying tonight? You need a room?"
Yeah.
That's because I had about 15 black chips in front of me, and then
nice.
They want
they're like, okay, you got
to lose it, right?
Yeah. Trust me, they watch every little aspect of everything, no matter what you do.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So we were walking around, and I'm the type of person. Even with the site net as well, I still want to know what's going on in the area. I always look up, look down, look left, look right, and I'm always. And I had some people like looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Listen, for one, I need to see where I'm going, and two, that's the type of person I am. I need to. Okay, this person's winning. Okay, that's good. And just walk by. I'm not too nosy, but it's just something. Okay, maybe that's a table I'll tell somebody to go to, I don't know. It's just how I am. That's the Italian in me. What's that? Nothing. They want you to get your own.
Oh, yeah, it's a freak show. Absolutely, Harlan, it's a freak show.
Yeah, what she wants to, Adam, you have to tell her what she's going to do if she has her own YouTube channel.
Oh.
I have to tell her.
Not you, Mom.
Oh my God, stop. You got to make up another name for him.
AE, okay? We'll call him AE.
AE?
No, Aggie.
Aggie? No, Aggie.
Yeah, Harlan, you got to go down. If you guys got to let me know when you're going. Definitely. So, I forgot to tell you, Derek J reached out to me.
What, Bolorama?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Oh, yeah, he did too. He hit me up for something on Messenger. What was that all about?
Craig, was that important the other night when you messaged me and I didn't get it till like 2 hours later?
You're fine.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's
and then Holland just watched a video on Fremont Street. It's a freak show. He's in.
Yeah, you can make some good tip money on Fremont Street, Officer Dingle.
Oh man, it's like we will. Oh, I think this is. Oh man, this is gonna be like I gotta get video. Viral video of Scott and his long-haired, freaked out '80s hairband. With Officer Dingle pushing him onto the zip line. Oh my God, this is gonna be too funny. Oh man,
it's fun down there. Yeah, I like it down there.
And everybody's gonna be there, sitting there cheering him on. You know that. Oh no.
Maybe he should bring his uniform with him.
That's what he is. He already said he is.
Yeah.
He already said that he's going to bring it.
Thursday night's the closing party. Wednesday, I got dinner reservations, and then one night I'm going to go to a show. Other than that, I'm pretty free.
Yeah, you said you're going to go and see Love Again.
Love Again, yep.
Cool.
I think I might stop watching YouTube for about a week to prepare for it because there's going to be so much streaming going on coming from Vegas. I know I'm going to have to watch as much of it as I can.
Right, because you're going to see.
When does it actually start? Like what day?
Tuesday, but it's really Tuesday afternoon.
That's the first.
It's only 3 days. Last year it was 4 days.
Yeah. So that's the first.
They're going in the evening a little, but they're going to like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah. The first seminar is Tuesday afternoon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I downloaded the app, and it was a pain downloading that app. I think I want to see like 4 seminars.
Wow.
eBay Open. Yeah, here's the app. There's the app.
eBay Open. Yeah. And you have to pick which one you want to be in, or is it just?
Well, they have schedule. They have the workshop sessions, speakers, expo hall, sponsors. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody saw my comment earlier. I'm hosting eBay Closed at the end of the year this year.
Is that going to be from December 26th to December 29th or 30th?
It'll be December the 26th at 1 p.m. to 1:03 p.m. It'll be $300 a person. It's $100 a minute, and you get nothing. I'm done.
Oh, by the way, Craig, we forgot to collect your $39.99.
Yes, please. I'll put my PayPal in the chat.
The seminars don't start till 5 o'clock. On Tuesday.
Arlen said he's going to be live.
Come on, really?
Before you know it, that's what's going to have to happen. Oh, you want to be in this chat? $9.99, please.
Yep.
Well, that's what Craig had. That's why I'm teasing him about the $39.99 because he had it posted before. That was to enter the room.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently the payment went through, so I'm here.
Well, it's funny because I found Channel 10. I sent.
Yeah, I was confused about it. I didn't. I was trying to scan through it. I couldn't find the part about the Johnny Lightning.
Yeah, they do it right after they show you. They show at the beginning, and then after the trivia, and then in the news.
I kept catching the trivia. I didn't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, after the trivia and the weather, they go in and we actually have our track there and everything. But if you watch the trivia, I want that button, the green button they had. It's a doorbell. Because I want to put that here, so when I let people in, I go ding dong.
I'll have to watch it again tonight.
We have to remember that Wednesday is Hetty's birthday. Hetty, you're not on my cheat sheet for Wednesday being your birthday. It's the 24th. All right.
We got you, Hetty.
Got my email right for the cheat sheet.
I sent it to you. Yes.
Okay.
Were you able to open it?
No, I didn't look. I was.
Okay.
Was at the doctor's.
You can convert it to Google. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should convert.
Okay.
Because Mama sent me hers in Google because I kind of merged a bunch of hers onto mine, so it should be fine.
All right.
Dirk, did you want a copy?
Sure. That's what everybody trying to. I know. And sometimes I get Big Red messed up with Big Al and Big Al.
I did too. Yep.
It's like.
I said, is that Red? Is that Al? Who is that?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because last night you were on your other account and you're going, damn, you forgot to tell me that I had to switch it over.
Well, you know what it is, because this computer I'm using is my husband's computer, but I use it for certain things. But then usually when I'm sitting and like I was going to watch the Yankee game before and list.
Yeah, right.
That's my other laptop, and that I'm signed into just my regular Teresa Bookstava. So
okay. Yeah. Now you don't have the Yes Network that you guys can. Yeah. I thought okay. I'm like, you got to watch the Yes Network.
Of course.
Oh, the Phillies and Dodgers are on YouTube tomorrow. That's the only place you can see it.
Yeah, because it's a YouTube exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Is that something new they're trying?
Well, they've been doing it. They did it last year for a couple of games.
I don't remember. Must be a National League thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know what happened yesterday, wasn't it? They had is that the tomorrow's game? That's YouTube, but it's at a ball field that they're not usually used to playing at.
So what are they doing? They're having a game?
Yeah, I thought it was in. Oh, or did they already play that game? I thought it was
What?
with the College World Series. They had the Major League Baseball players play there in Nebraska.
Okay.
They're having a game in Nebraska.
Should be starting pretty soon, right?
Yeah, Little League, and then they'll have that game coming on soon too. When the Little League
Thanks, Kathleen.
That's August. That's late August.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We need to negate some of those negatives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is going to hate.
Yeah. But
jeez.
That's one thing. That's one.
Jump, guys. I am going to spend an hour listing before I go to bed, and then Donatella has to call me. So
Kathleen Kraft said she changed her name.
She changed her name?
Yeah.
From what to what?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. She said to Adam for you, bud.
What was she? Was that Catherine R or something? What was she before?
Catherine N.
Catherine. I forget.
Catherine Crafts was Brant.
Was Brant?
Oh, it's Kathleen Brandt. Oh, okay.
Kathleen Brandt, and now she's Kathleen Crafts.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay. All right,
Now,
we'll make a note, Kathleen. Thanks.
Now we got to figure it out. Yeah.
I get confused.
No, because it was with Perlini was Lynn B. Somebody else changed their name too that I saw. Who was it?
But Ricardo got stuck.
Yeah, he
changed it 3 times. It got stuck.
Yep. So he's storage bar right now.
Right.
But there was something else too that somebody changed. I think it was yesterday or today, but nobody knew who it was, and they're like, "No, it's me. This is my."
No, it's me.
It was Thrifty Christie. Changed it to
Thank you. I knew you would know it.
What did she change to?
What Thrifty Christie changed?
Oh, caffeinated Christie.
Caffeinated Christie.
Christie.
Okay.
That's what we were laughing about it today.
Okay.
I knew Craig would know it because we were there today. It was on today. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. So getting a little late here, but I appreciate everybody coming on and experimenting with me, and
gave you more hours too of watch time.
Yeah, I need watch time. You're right.
What are you at now?
I don't even know. I was at like 45% before.
I'm at 193.
I did a percentage. I forget whatever it was 45%.
I'm a little high. If I need 240, I'm at 193. So I put Charlie like 75, 80% now.
Oh, cool.
So.
All right, guys,
ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow racing, guys. Woohoo!
See you later.
All right.